Hello, hello. How goes things? Hello, everyone. Have you all had a good break? Be back. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Hey, thanks, MT Dragon Slayer 7. Hey, Cogent. What's up? Also, Ultima, hello. Delsin 7, hello. Brennan, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to you as well. Hey, Ozzy. What's up? I'm gonna be honest, I really like this vibe. Just kind of chillaxing next to this campfire, listening to this music. I could fall asleep right here. Good stuff.
You can't sleep on stream.
I know.
Not allowed.
I know. Hey, the Kerr Bear, what's up? How goes it? I changed one setting for the stream thing, so I hope that doesn't screw everything up. Anyway, I did it in hopes that it will make things smoother. I was listening to Pyro, I have a lore-gasm. I think it's 7 pages of notes in on just the first hour. What the frick? Wait, is he in Shadowbringers now?
Yeah, he is.
Ah, dagnabbit. Yeah, I can see what.
Dagnabbit, you're done. What are you dagnabbiting for?
It's because I'm missing it.
Oh, you wanted to watch it yet?
Yeah, I guess I'll watch some like VODs or maybe have some highlight reels. Ah, gosh, I miss Captain Graham and Python as well. Ah, dang. But yeah, hello SCJ. So what are we gonna do now? You know what, Ozzy? Here's a good question. As the title implies, we could carry on with conversation and whatnot, or we could move on to Boja and continue that quest line, and I can start giving my thoughts towards Boja and with the stuff that's going on there, because I was not expecting the things to happen the way they are and the way the things are to yes.
Is this where I trigger Lucron? Boom.
With what?
Telling him that I skipped most of the Boja story.
You do you. You do you. The Kerbat's very relaxing. Been sitting here just vibing. Likewise, sort of. I was actually gone for a little bit, but I'm only just now settling in. You skipped the side content for now. Understandable. I kind of did the same. What about your thoughts on Endwalker's rage being La Brea's hell basement? I don't actually know a ton about it. I've seen what it looks like. I haven't looked too deeply into it because my focus has been on other things, trying to actually play the freaking Shadowbringers for once, and I only had like 2 weeks to do that, roughly. So that's been kind of my thing that occupied my mind, as well as the overhanging concern that I'm not going to be able to keep on being a content creator in terms of the video side of things, because I can't freaking get the videos done in time. And I still beat myself.
Chat, he's being negative again. There better be some hearts in chat.
What? That's not what I'm asking for. I'm just letting it.
That's what I'm asking for. Don't deny me. Do not deny me.
I'm sorry. You just had the scene at the Pendants with Ardbert. Which one? I'm going to assume it's... No, wait. I'm going to assume it's the very first one. Ah, gosh, I want to see it. Because Shadowbringers is... bar none, like, the best story in Final Fantasy XIV. In my opinion. My humble opinion. My little random opinion on this side of the internet. Boja do be like that. You're like, oh man, lame Boja story. Then boom! Yeah, actually, it was like that. Hey, didn't realize you were like, hey, I sure am, low child. Love child? Oh, I get it. Yeah. I'm down for picking my glam for the expansion. Oh, yeah. I need to do that, maybe. Like, my current glam's doing alright. I could be like a space Gundam. No, cowboy Gundam. Space Gundam is redundant. I keep calling Sage Gundam because dagnabbit, I look at it and it reminds me of... I forgot exactly the name of it, but it's been a long time. But it just reminds me of a certain Gundam that had like these floating spear, like the floating turrets that it deploys looks almost identical to what the Sage has. And I'm like, what the frick? It's literally that. The very first one. Okay. Oh, heart server. Hey, Sage 595. I see you're ahead of the curve with a name. What's up? Gosh. Man, so many things to watch. So little time. I can't even sit down and watch any of them because I still gotta make my own content. Dagnabbit! I've been snacking so much. And I'm stopping with that. If we keep going with that, I'll be bashing myself all day and night. Do or do not, there is no try. Yeah.
That's a Yoda quote.
It is. It is. It is. Boja's story upset me so much, as in I don't think I hated one character this intensely. I'm feeling a bit of that already. I'm feeling a little bit of that already. I'm a Romeo. I'm choosing between cheerleader and leather daddy. Right on. I'm
I just hear
thanks.
a leather daddy in chat. I'm not reading chat right now because I'm drawing.
Yeah, yeah, you heard it right. I'm alright, thanks. Passed my driving test today at Endwalker at the end of the week. Oh, heck yeah, awesome! Congratulations on passing the driving test, Sage. You'll have time with a 24-hour mate. Well, the thing is with the with how I edit videos, I do it holistically. So I kind of get the footage and compile the footage, and sometimes even do the commentary or this whatever I feel like saying at the moment at the same time. So if I don't have if I don't get all the footage that I know I'm going to need, like before the shutdown, I'm gonna be a little screwed. So I'm gonna need to just do a compilation of a whole bunch of little black mage guy just turning around looking at the camera, doing a little bop. And I also need to do some green screening with him. See if I can get more versatility with that. And I still need to learn the new software that I picked up because I feel like it's got a lot more versatility compared to what I currently am using. And there's a certain feature that I'm noticing that I need. Well, I say need, but it's more like I really, really freaking want. Is that, you know how there are some videos out there that have like constantly moving like still objects, like the object, like the pictures are like still frames, but they're like swaying to left and right. I've noticed that is a lot better at keeping the attention than just a still image just standing there doing nothing. So there's that little feature that I kind of want. But my current program does not make it very easy to replicate that. I could be missing something, but geez, I would like to have more liveliness to my edits. Any thoughts on particular characters you have encountered who was so much different from first impressions? A lot of the Scions. Yeah, a lot of the Scions in general. Alphano in particular, he's kind of kind of memed on as the Redditor, thanks to Asman. But
do you remember what my nickname was for him when I first started?
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to remember. Oh, it's been a while.
I called him Al Pinhead.
Pinhead!
He got on my nerve. Yeah, because he got on my nerves so often.
God, yeah. Yeah, I remember you. I remember that now. I couldn't remember on the spot, so I guess I didn't remember it, but whatever. Yeah. Alphano definitely had quite a bit of development. I see on the opposite side of it. Why does she have to be evil? She's so pretty. I maybe I use this. Oh no. But anyway, the Urianger had a bit of a flip in terms of opinions for me, because I guess I'm just kind of short-sighted, and I just had a hard time trusting Urianger after the weird double, triple cross thing he did with the Warriors of Darkness. But after a bit of thinking and my really, really slow progression through Shadowbringers, and actually having him being like the source of like the Doom meme that I was using with his death ability, he grew on me a lot and like super boosted up to being one of my personal favorites after like doing some extra thinking and like talking with Vile in particular. And yeah, Urianger is kind of definitely flipped all around for me in particular. Y'shtola is pretty much the same. Well, it's ever since the beginning. Thancred's made some developments, though. He started off, I saw him as almost like borderline useless. And then he eventually became like scarily efficient at his job. And then he became a dad again, I guess. And I don't know. Yeah, dad crit. So he's went through some developments. There's Lise. And then there's Papalimo, who was quite interesting that I wanted to learn more about as time went on. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see a whole lot more of him, and he didn't make it to the end, and it still hasn't hit me yet that he's gone. Like, for some reason, I placebo affected myself with I Mandela affected myself in thinking that he was there in the Shadowbringers trailer, but he's not there. He is not there. Started by Asmon, amplified by Yoshi P. Did Yoshi P actually acknowledge him as the Redditor? That after confirming that impression? Oh gosh. But yeah, my thoughts on the science, and then
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, apparently. Shoot. And am I missing any sign? Minfilia, she's kind of been relegated to being like the plot device mover person.
You're missing like the most important person so far. Is actually kind of triggering me.
I'm talking about like Alphino, Alice, and I said Scions.
Yeah.
I'm getting to that part. I'm holding off.
Okay. You better not forget it.
Alice has kind of been relatively the same since the beginning, but I just kind of like grew more camaraderie with her as time went on. And then at the very end, Grahatia comes up and joins the Scions, and he didn't. And from his point of being included in the Scions, he didn't even have to start from the bottom to work my trust. As soon as he entered the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, he freaking slapped Alice out of first place for me, and became the new first place like immediately for me. Graha is my number one personally, and Alice probably actually got overdone by Urianger as well with his development after a bit of like personal thinking on his stance. So Alice being upset was a little ironic to me at the end, and how she was just being a mood in that ending cutscene in 5.3, because I was just like, that's kind of hitting my personal thoughts towards her just right. Yeah.
Is that it?
You want me to say more?
Ben, you missed somebody. I'm gonna check chat right now.
I said Y'shtola, I said Urianger, I said Thingrid, I mentioned Papalimo, Alphino, Alice.
I'm not seeing the name in chat either.
Lena's not a Scion.
Hey, nope, somebody did say it.
Tataru!
There you go.
Tataru!
You jackass.
Ah!
You deserve that swear.
Oh, right. The person who...
that you wore. The outfit that you wore for like 3 expansions straight, handcrafted by this adorable little receptionist. And you just omitted her completely. What a wanker. She's also like one of the only acceptable Lalafels.
Yep, I'm just gonna take that on the chin. Yeah, Tataru.
Kryle's okay, but she's not been around as like main cast material for.
You mean Pikachu?
You're gonna curse chat with that, really? Damn it. Oh man.
But yes, Kryle. She's been developing. Her personality's pretty much been the same, but she's just been a lot more firm and steadfast as time went on. And she's kind of the glue that keeps everything together and going the way it is. Like, she handles all the logistics, and the whole world would not be existing if it weren't for her being able to manage the entire corporation of the Scions. So Tataru is kind of the real hero of the story.
I mean, I did say the most important one, and you missed it.
Well, yeah. Sage 595 picked a main job for Endwalker yet? Yeah, I'm right there with you. I think I'm gonna go with Sage as well. Shadowbringers. Well, it feels like they killed him off because they didn't know how to write lease with him around, which kind of... Yeah, I would rather have the other one. Can we make a trade? That's mean of me to say. I know she's got her own arc, she's got her own everything. It just didn't do it for me as a character.
Who are you talking about?
No, Papalimo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and me starting in Gordania, I feel like I got the short end of the stick. With the Scions. First impressions. Can't wait to do some Tatar Extreme on launch day. Don't forget Omnicraft. Yeah, she built a freaking airship. She did! She actually did! I forgot about that.
Built an airship and everything. She also, in the not the Warring Triad, the, Suzaku, all that stuff. Not the Triumvirate. What is it? Or no.
Four Lords.
The Four Lords, thank you. It was like right there. She helps you in those fights, in the instance fights, as like an arcanist or whatever. She's got like her hair up in like a little ponytail. She's got her little pink outfit on. She's in there helping you with that stuff.
Good to know.
Like she fights on the battlefield with you as a Potato Chan.
Well,
that's a quasi reference.
Oh yeah. I haven't gotten to that point yet, I don't think.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Did you not see my quest progress whenever I kept showing it?
You said you were at Suzaku because we did Byaku together. She's been with you for most of that quest line.
I've only done Byaku. That is the only one I've done.
We did Byaku together.
Yeah. It's been a freaking age, too. I don't remember her being in there.
You had to do the dungeon, too.
I did do the dungeon, but I didn't see her there either. She was maybe at the very entrance, but she wasn't there with us, like, through the whole thing. It's been a long time, man!
Well, you can't blame me for that shit then, because I don't fucking remember it apparently either. This is what happens when we do content and then we leave it alone for 8 months.
Yeah, yeah.
You can't get mad at me for that. I genuinely thought that. I know. I am still confident that she is at least in it, like a solo instance with you at one point in that storyline that you've done.
Are you talking about the one I'm about to do? Because it doesn't have me go into a solo instance to speak with Genbu, because I gotta do a solo instance to torture Soroban some more. I have not done that yet.
I swear there was one before that.
I don't remember.
Well, boohoo! You find out that an NPC who's following you through that quest line is going to help you with it.
Yeah, okay. I get it. Yamana 1, 2, 3. Just want to stop by to wish Echo and everyone here have fun in Endwalker. I won't be able to play that for a long time myself, but I really hope everyone gets to enjoy that part of the journey. Oh, well, thank you so much, Yamana, and I hope you're able to enjoy a decent amount of it at least. Or at least most of it while you can. Well, thank you very much for the well wishes. Besides Shadowbringer, which scene you have cried or hit you hard? I didn't cry at all in anything outside of Shadowbringers. Nothing else has gotten me to cry. But what hit me hard? The ending of Heaven's Word. And in a weird way, the revelation that the Alamigan national anthem was completely hijacked by the Garleans, and the reveal of their actual lyrics at the end was kind of a bit of a stinger for me. Now, I have a very controversial, weird stance with Harshiphon as well. Thing is, there's this one scene with Harshiphon where he's like walking behind you, and it looks almost villain-like, the way he does, and I was just not willing to trust anyone for a while. So all the way up until the end, I thought he was gonna backstab me at some point. Like, he was putting on like a face. The entire time I thought, like, my guard was up for everyone. I thought anyone was gonna backstab me. But then he takes the spear to the shield and to the chest. And I'm like, wait, what? I was very, very confused and conflicted at that moment. So I was having like a torrent of like different emotions going through. I was like, what is going on? Wait, was I being like too paranoid for nothing? Wait, all the stuff he was there the whole time. I was like, wait, so I was very conflicted and confused. So I didn't have a lot of you know, like specifically sad. I was just very emotionally conflicted with that. I was like, wait, what the frick? And then when they come back to help with the Estonian stuff, that was a bit of a punch. But the very ending bit with the Heaven's Word ending scenario, that got me hard, yeah, emotionally. But again, no tears were shed up until Shadowbringers. I didn't mean kill. I used to say, oh, just the thing, they could have still separated them for development without killing one off. I get you there. It's just, I don't, yeah. Drags and alien marked might be on the swelled compass. I'm probably the opinion of the cutscene after the vault didn't make me cry, but talking to Edmund after that did. Like, that, talking to Edmund afterward, that was a bit of a gut punch as well. That was kind of rough. Like, that kind of helped steer the direction as to where my torrential emotional state should be going towards.
Boom. Are you even paying attention to the screen share?
My God.
Cause you cute, bro. Nah, I'll make it more fitting. I just need it for the pose. I've already trashed that one and this one.
Hey, Lucron, welcome back. I'm watching while waiting for my doctor's appointment. Oh, hey, welcome. Hi, Game Tokyo, and I hope the doctor's appointment goes well. And whatever, yeah, I hope it goes well. Most people feel that way about Emmerich. Really, they would just felt like not really trustworthy. I mean, it is after after a scenario where you're coming to believe that you just lost all of your friends due to a betrayal. So I guess that would make sense. And people are like, I don't trust anyone. No, he's gonna jump your boats. Yeah. The Seto scene. Oh yeah, people were expecting that one to hit me super hard, but well, I have a pet.
Yeah, that's why I thought it was gonna wreck you, dude.
Let me get back to Seto when I say I had a pet. Okay? So it's probably gonna hit me harder at that point.
A pet?
So
Have you never lost a pet?
I have, but I didn't get as emotionally connected to them as I did this one. Like they were fish. And I tried caring for them, but it's hard to do.
Should we?
Fish don't count!
No, yes, they do. I spent $200 on a fish. I liked Titan. He was a good beta fish.
You named a fish
I
Titan?
had a beta fish
dude.
too.
He killed a Placo. I put a freaking cleaner fish in there, and he drowned a fish.
What?
How do you know a fish's cause of death?
Because he was wedged under a rock and he couldn't get out.
Oh my gosh!
My beta bullied him underneath of a rock until he drowned because he couldn't move around.
Huh. Wow.
But yeah, I spent like $200 on that. It was a $3 beta from Walmart of all places. It was like literally a couple bucks. And then I went and I bought him a nice like 25-gallon tank. Got him like all the different like layers of bedrock and stuff and sand and all that stuff that he needed. Got him like fancy little oxygenator with a filter, a little castle unit, some plant decor and all this stuff. Yeah.
Huh.
So you can too indeed grow attached to a fish. He was a little champion, even if he murdered everything that I put in there with him.
Jeez. Alfie and Urianje, which one you trust more in trust system? Probably Urianje, I'm gonna be honest. Alfie has actually gotten me killed a couple of times. They both kind of suck though when you pull too many things at once, because they will stop everything they're doing if one of those mobs do any sort of like dodgeable AoE.
Funny because people complain both ways.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They either make fun of the AI for being too stupid to get out of a mechanic, or they make fun of the AI for cancel cast to get out of the mechanic.
Well, the thing is, they don't even resume casting until that mechanic is resolved and done. So the healer will not cast anything until all of the dodgeable mechanics are out of the way. That's the part that annoys me. It doesn't annoy me that they get out of the mechanics. It's just that they don't cast anything until the mechanic is done. It's like, why? I'm dying here. I just pulled 14 different packs.
I think they fixed that, by the way.
I hope.
Probably priority scripting.
Most likely. And now basically all of Ishgard, especially Emmerich, will do just about anything for you. And that's why I love Ishgard. I don't know if this was asked, but who is your favorite Scion and who is your favorite villain? Grahatia for Scion, and favorite villain is Emmett Selk. Even though apparently some people have qualms calling him villain.
He's a mixed bag.
Yeah. But if he was to be technically selectable in that category, I would say Emmett Selk. Like, bar none.
I'm gonna be a bit controversial, and I'm going to actually say that my favorite villain is Vothri because I genuinely detest it. Like everything he did was genuinely disgusting. Like I did not like that character, which meant that he was a believable, detestable, well-written character that is written in a way that it's believable enough, but also so grossly wrong that they can be seen as a genuine villain.
Interesting. Oh, excuse me. Now, what kind of pet
Like,
do you
I
have?
like
have a dog.
Emmett, obviously.
Yeah.
Something wrong with you if you didn't like Emmett by the end of it all. Well,
Like-
maybe not wrong, but you definitely think on a unique wavelength. I'll phrase it that way.
Okay, yeah.
Just out of respect, because some people genuinely just don't agree with it, right? Because they have like maybe like a different moral dilemma going on in their head when they think of the character, which is perfectly fine and acceptable.
I think that about that one Temple Knight NPC in the Amigo dungeon all the time. Absolute king. Ishkar members, warrior of light. Sir, I love you. Now what do you tell your friends who got you into Final Fantasy 14? Well, they don't play the game anymore. And I haven't talked with them in a while. So I don't really tell them anything, because they got me into the game, got me in this specific server, the specific free company, and I just stopped playing the game. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll play alone with the new friends, I guess.
And then part of the reason why you picked it up is because I made reference of 14 having a crossover with Nier.
Yes, that strongly swayed my opinion this direction over the others.
I did not know that. I just thought you just went off to do your own thing, and then I'm just like, hey, seems like you've been having fun over in 14. Like, is it really worth it? Because that was when I was like super peeved at what they were doing to Holy Priest, and wow.
Oh yeah, I remember. The toxic truth. The reason Seto hit me hard is because I have 2 dogs, and I recently realized that both of them are 10 plus years old at this point, and that they aren't going to be around too much longer, which hurts. I guess I didn't go along that wavelength because my dog is like 15.
Do we dox his pet's name?
Why does that matter?
I don't know. Has he ever said it on stream?
No, I haven't.
Why not?
I might have.
He's a good boy.
He is a good boy.
I'm gonna do it.
How
Chat.
dare you?
Chat. His
What are you
dog's
doing?
name is Mac. What? Is Mac?
What?
Macaroni?
No, it's Max. Oh, you son of a gun.
Got you to dox yourself.
I hate
Dog
you.
yourself.
It's the
I'm making puns.
most generic dog name.
It doesn't matter. He's a good dog.
He's a good boy.
Be Rex.
Rex, yeah. Hey, you know what? When I was a kid, I had a dog named Lucky. So, generic is as generic does, I guess.
Kitty Joe. Hey, binge your Shadowbringers videos while leveling other class the last few weeks. Really like your energy. Your vids were really fun and easy to watch. Oh, I'm glad you really enjoyed them. Thank you for the kind words. Really glad you enjoyed it. Emmett Sock apologists scare me. A tragic backstory is no excuse for millennial atrocity. I mean, yeah, kind of did do that.
Emmett Selk's whole thing is the moralistic dilemma that he's in. He genuinely has seen the world different. And we are the product of essentially his entire planet being destroyed and all of the life on it being sundered. His version of reality is significantly different than ours because we grew into the world, like even as player characters, we grew into our player characters from the perspective of what we are now. His perspective is very different because you kind of get a taste for it too. He sees the reflections of some of the people that he knows in the people before him. Like you see him like looking at specific like characters and stuff and revealing to you, like, the 3 people, I don't know how many people picked it up, but the 3 people that Elidibus revealed to you at the counters, those are each of the 3 starting zone NPCs. It's Momodi, Bateron, and I don't remember the Elizon's name. I'm sorry. But I think what that is supposed to be implying is that those specifically are reflections of people he knew as well. And Emmett sees those people just as much as Elidibus did. He sees the reflections in those people. So it's like him looking at photographs that have been defaced of people he loved and cared about. So it's a matter, it's the whole debate of evil is a matter of perspective, right? Some people see somebody as an enemy, and then when they attack that person for seeing them as an enemy, that person now sees the person that is attacking them as the enemy. So from a different matter of perspectives, both people are the enemy to each other. So it's a very weird mixed dilemma, and they're essentially trying to give you a perspective of like maybe what it might be to be like a god, which is not the entirety of that point, but it's less about being an apologist, and more just he morally genuinely does not see you as living beings because he's seen immortality. Was effectively biologically immortal himself. So when he sees beings that aren't that way, he doesn't see them as truly being alive.
Yeah, I mean, like, I really like how he was written and whatnot, but if it was, like, a gun to the freaking world and the gun to Emmett Selkset, I know who I'm gonna pick.
Well, yeah. And that's why you did what you did.
Yeah.
That's why we all did what we did. That's why the Warrior of Light does what they do. It's less of a matter of siding with him and more of a matter of understanding.
Yes,
the point
it's more. It's like I understand it, but I'm not going to apologize for it.
Yeah. A well-written protagonist.
I have Phoenix, by the way, and also Pyro apparently picked Alice first, so that's gonna be freaking great to witness. Both three have some takes on. Sure, he was a detestable person, but he was born to be that kind of person. His sin alone was being born. He had no choice in this. All this stemmed from his parents, a sin of innocence. Ah, I see. Huh. Senshi, how did you feel about the Relic questline? Sorry, did I move on too quick?
No, I was just saying the reason why I genuinely detest Bothri as a character is because I'm pretty sure he's aware of what he is. And he still chose to do what he did.
Huh.
Like, he chose to subjugate the people of Yulmore and to essentially brainwash them and force them into consuming a substance that gives him mental sway over them. Just like what was the line? The circumstances of our creation do not define us, or something. It was literally like one of the lines, I think, from Alphino or Alize when they're confronting Emmett Selk. Yeah, it was one of those characters said something to that effect. Like, it kind of hits exactly the same way that it should when you're talking about Bothri. He chose to do the things he did.
Senshi, how did you feel about the Relic questline? It's probably one of my favorite side content stories. Well, considering it got a tear out of me, I'd have to say the same. Okay. Gosh, like, that was kind of an emotional hit. Also, the villain was fun for me to, like, voice through, but also incredibly disgusting.
Fucking, sorry, Milkman. I didn't mean to actually swear just now. That guy, oh man. If there was anybody who deserved to get popped like a little grape, it was him. There's something wrong with that dude.
Yeah, very wrong. Now if you're going to share a detestable villain, Vaughn's Kong Viro did the job. Yeah, he did. To be fair, it was Vol3's choice to let what happened to him happen, but Emmett was also the one who offered the idea. Yes, Emmett's still kind of the one who made Vol3, too, so there's also that. So the sins of Vol3 also fall on frickin' Emmett's shoulders as well. It's just, he didn't do it extraordinarily directly, even though he had a direct hand in it, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, Vol3's creation is a product of Emmett Salt's intervention. That doesn't... It definitely doesn't give Vol3 a ticket, right? But it does kind of not bode well for Emmett. At the same time, those decisions were made before he even knew of us. And I genuinely believe that Emmett meant what he said about giving us a chance to be on equal terms with him if we could contain the light. I don't think he was doing it for the exact, altruistic reason that he was trying to make it appear to be. But I do believe that he was telling the truth. I actually don't believe Emmett Selk at any point directly lied through anything other than omission.
Yeah. Sorry, just repositioning the camera.
No! Did I get to... I did.
You got this AFK kicked?
Yeah.
The
You're
button
still
has
on
left
here?
the building.
It's because I'm drawing.
Aaron, Valtteri did nothing wrong. Thanker and best villain. Hildebrand sucks. Wash your hands. Thanks for the super chat, Aaron.
Oh, chat! We found this today.
No, stop it.
Yeah!
Stop it. No.
Now you all know what to do.
No, you don't. That's nothing you need to worry about. Let's see. I just wanted to drop in to say hi. I probably won't be watching Endwalker live stream because I'll be doing my own playthrough. I actually support that. I support that. It's going to be fairly slow. Thanks for jeez. But I hope you enjoy. All right. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Don Shadow, and I hope you have a great experience with Endwalker, and I hope work will let up on you a little bit to enjoy some of your own time. Well, thanks for stopping by. Can't really ever understand its view as such. Being is like us, watching ants and deciding if they could solve climate change. Sorta, yeah. Ranji and Thancred are great contrasts of two ideals. I wish we had more development on Ranji, by the way. He has so many interesting things about him that just weren't explained too well. Well, or at all, in general. I was like, where the frick did this ability to do whatever he does come from? Where'd the dragon come from? Why does he have a frickin' scythe? Why is he as strong as he is? Why did he side for the Humans and Humorans? And why is he going for this this particular ideal? Like, why? Like, so many whys, but no answers. So, Shadowbringers, even though I will say it is my favorite expansion, it still has some plot flaws here and there. that I'm aware exists. It's just, still, I can't deny that Shadowbringers got to me and made me feel things that I wanted to feel. So, yeah, props to Shadowbringers.
Yes, hurt me good.
Yeah. Stop freaking warning
Do
me.
it!
That's weird. Do it! We define our worth, not the circumstance of our creation. Oh, that was Alpha now. You could have been paired when the power patrol was yeah. Okay, so that's mostly going back to the Vol3 talks. I see now that the secretary was not defined percent is what we do with the gift of life that makes us who we are. Yeah. Alfie, we define our worth. Yeah. Gaius would do I thought Gaius would do the finishing blow, to be honest.
Actually, if anything, Andrew, I would actually wager that Ranjit is a shard of Thancred.
That's an interesting thing to think about. Huh.
And it's not purely because of the Eden bit, right? Some people would think like, oh, that's just kind of because of that. Like, no, I genuinely believe that because Thancred took care of Minfilia on the first, Ranjit took care of all of the iterations of Minfilia on the, or excuse me, Thancred on the source took care of Minfilia when they were kids. And then Ranjit took care of Minfilia's when he was on the first. And then they clash, and they're both hyper protective still over Minfilia, or at least a Minfilia-esque character.
It makes a lot of sense. I'm still trying to catch up with some of these other questions earlier on. How did you Room Plays Games? How did you like the completed role quest storyline? It was quite interesting, and there are some moments that kind of tugged at the heartstrings. Quite a bit. I'm trying to sit back and remember the whole lot of it. The DPS ones weren't my favorites. Like, they're pretty alright, but them in general, they didn't exactly hit me super hard. The magic DPS one was better than the physical DPS, if you ask me, in my opinion. My favorites are actually, it's between the healer and the tank, and I'll probably have to lean towards the tank. Yes, I know it's very, a bunch of that is very edgy, especially the beginning dialogue, where he's etching the scars on his face, so it reminds me of the scars of his soul or something like that. I was like, that's the most edgy line you could come up with, or something like that. And but I ended up really liking it because the whole story, like the Knight and the Princess, there's something about it, and also it pulled a weakness of mine by pulling a flashback sequence during a big decision that had to be made, and flashback sequences on better times are my weakness. There's something about them. There's something about memories of better times that pull at my particular heartstrings. But the completed role quest storyline, talking about Ciela, it made sense with all the freaking smirks she was giving, but it was interesting that she came from the 13th. Very interesting. I found all of those revelations more interesting than, like, talking anything emotionally. It just kind of added extra exposition to some stuff regarding the 13th.
Ysael's 13th shard.
Ysael? What?
Shiva?
Yeah.
Ysael?
Yeah.
There's theories around that too. That the Shadowkeeper is another reflection of Ysael.
Huh.
But it's her 13th counterpart.
Huh.
There's literally a shard theory for like every single character in the game. It's ridiculous.
That makes sense. Yeah, I probably won't see any Endwalker stuff live, as I'll be going through it too. I respect that, and I actually recommend that, Love Child. So I'm not expecting a large amount of people watching my streams or any other streams for the first month of the Endwalker release, because if what we've gotten is if the hint we've gotten is correct, that base Endwalker is going to be bigger than all of Shadowbringers' story combined. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to be going through, and I'm kind of curious what that's going to be holding in store. It's only 2 so far. I've been trying to defeat a mechanic. Gotcha. Okay, I'm really far back in the chat. I decided we're a veteran. Has had to watch way many oracles die so young. Why wouldn't you want to just stop fighting and just let people enjoy the life they have left? Yeah, it's like he kind of kept with the same mentality for a long time, and people change. Like, people can change drastically in just a year. So imagine like decades, and I don't even know how old he is and how he managed to live that long. That's another question. First boss of Endwalker, the queue to log into the game. Yeah. Gosh, it's really neat to see all your thoughts. Thancred and Ranjit are so dang similar. You'll see him veer into being like Ranjit before he makes the decision to not be. Yeah, you can see that. You may think okay, so that's going back to the Thinkrid and Ron G comparisons. He got so much spotlight, the main story in the Raid storyline, so he will likely get shifted to the sidelines in Endwalker. Probably, maybe. Endwalker's freaking me out the more I think about characters being included in there. Endwalker's really freaking me out because someone earlier mentioned they see a lot of they see a lot of the Vaults post cutscene happening a lot in Endwalker, and that idea is freaking me out. There's a lot of hints about Endwalker that's freaking me out. Because gosh, I don't want bad things to happen, but I know that is inevitable. And of all things, it has to be someone as freaking simple-minded as those two. Dagnabbit. I think the tank one is more emotional. Maybe Guilt's character and jokes make the healer ones easier to get through. Yes, I do agree, actually. Hold on, I need to take a swig of water.
Hydrate, man.
Ah, shoot. I didn't fill up my waters during the break.
And whose fault is that?
Ah, the world's.
Correct. It is Boom's.
You're like, what?
You doing alright, Boom? I know you didn't sleep very much.
What?
You doing okay?
Yeah.
Alright. Just quiet. I figured you must be like vibing or something.
No one's asked me a question. It's just been Lucron talking and you drawing.
Well, they don't know that.
Well, if push comes to shove, we can just go to Delubrum Regine and attempt that, and that's going to be quite a different change of pace than chilling next to a campfire. Let's see. Sarah Richards. That's not really how souls work in Final Fantasy XIV. The only people whose souls reincarnate intact are those with the Echo. The anima that forms everyone else's soul disperses to the planet when they die.
That is correct.
I see.
That's why there being so many shard theories is a bit ridiculous. But that doesn't stop people from coming up with them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if people like a character enough, they're gonna try to, like, really heavily anchor it into the world. Which I would say is probably a bad idea to do in the 14 space of things, because that seems to get characters killed. Like, making a side character super important seems to get them offed at some point. Which I guess is maybe a blessing on why Hilda didn't get very much limelight. But still. Still my voted most underutilized character, Hilda.
Let's see. Yeah, the Talk to Truth, I asked earlier and I don't think you answered, but did you get a chance to watch the Endwalker launch trailer that they showed during the live level a couple weeks ago? Yes, I did. I did go through that as a stream. Sorry if I didn't answer it earlier. And yeah, I did see it. But the Endwalker launch trailer during the live letter. I didn't stream my reaction to that because it was like late at night and I was dead tired and most of my reactions were kind of deadpanish. But if I watched it now, I'd probably like have goosebumps or something because I haven't seen it too many times. Oh, excuse me.
How many people in the chat still get goosebumps when they watch the Endwalker, like the first trailer with the full trailer after the
cinematic trailer?
Teaser trailer? Yeah. Like, it's specifically for me, I always get goosebumps right around the old Charlian reveal.
Dude.
The female lyrics on that part is just like, goosebumps,
yes.
Man.
When the lyric parts when she says higher and higher, nothing gets me more hyped for Endwalker than that specific musical line. Like the other trailer that got like revealed during the live letter and whatnot, like that's good too, but still didn't like hype me up as much as that freaking musical line. There's something about it, that particular musical line where it's like, I feel like playing Sage right now. I want to talk about Endwalker. And I don't know why, but that specific musical line, it's like, oh, that one gets me a lot too.
Someone's got energy today.
A little bit. I'm starting to get back. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all, the best part is that you actually do regularly use the word folks.
Oh no.
So now you do that, it's like, that's all, folks.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
Don't expose me.
On 4K.
No. No. Well, I get response listening to the music. Heck yeah. Well, I get shivers every time I get to Charlotte. Heck yeah. Me too. Heck yeah. Everyone still gets goosebumps. Getting the hype. Hype with this really chill music in the background. Especially during the Estinian scene in Old Charlotte. Oh gosh, the Estinian jumping down. The freaking callbacks to the other things. I don't have any opportunity to let myself talk about this stuff. But the theme, the Heavensward theme and the Stormblood. Okay, sticking with the Heavensward theme. That being shown along with like the landscape of if I'm remembering right, it's Ishgard. And all those weird things flying around, and then Estinian comes down with a star diver of the legends.
That was not Ishgard.
That looked like a star diver.
No, it was not Ishgard.
Oh, I might be I'm probably remembering it wrong then.
It was Thavnair.
Thavnair, okay. But still, the star diver of freaking legends, that thing was the area of effect, the amount of things he took out on the way down there. I remember there being a lot of those things being taken out with that one star diver. I was like, oh! And then it goes to the Storm of Blood, that bumping beat with the Stormblood lyrics and the theme coming in. I was like, oh yeah! That moment right there is really awesome musically, because it kind of pulls back on the grandeur of the orchestration and just leaves just like the bumping bass and the drum beat with the lyrics hammering away at the rhythm. I was like, oh, that's very rhythmic. And it was great. Sorry, I'm just kind of nerding over this stuff, but it was great. I need to catch up on the chat. I honestly didn't like the short version they put out on the teaser trailer. I don't think I've seen the short version. Music didn't fit.
The short version, the lyrics are like mumbled.
Oh, that would probably right. It's like I really don't watch
the female version.
Oh. Intriguing. I really don't watch the trailers that much. Understandable. Kind of don't want to like spoil yourself, so I understand that. Sorry. Now that I think about that, oh shoot, I probably spoiled stuff. Oh, sorry.
It says post 5.5 spoilers.
Yeah, but it's not Endwalker. Technically. Dang it.
What is post 5.5? Everything else. Because we're currently on 5.5. Get it?
I mean, I guess. Really don't full version of every verse of that song, including the rock version. Heck yeah. Me too. There's just hearing all their previous expansion themes is great in the Endwalker. Yes, hear all the expansion songs before. You hear ours, the Dragon Song, Amigos theme, and Shadowbringers. It's amazing. Yes, I agree. The moon part where the first beat gives me chills. That's cool. There's a bunch of that trailer that's really good. I really like that trailer. Heckin' love medleys. Heck yeah. You really do sound like Porky when excited. I guess. Dang it! What have you done?
I didn't do anything, but you did that.
Oh, shush. Estinian! He's a Azure Dragoon! Yes. Have a great next time for us movie category. I'm gonna get a giggle or gaggle out of you. The launch trailer is a collection of in-game cutscenes. Avoid if you want to avoid spoiler. Yes! Do not, if you have not completed the expansion previous to the trailer, don't watch the trailer. Shadowbringers trailer spoiled a lot for me. Like, the tension between the safety of all the scions of the Seventh Dawn went out the window until I went to Shadowbringers. because I saw the Shadowbringers trailer back during A Realm Reborn, like when I was level 30 something. So the whole like the friggin' cup thing, the banquet at the end of that didn't like I tried to forget that I saw the trailer and try to put myself in the shoes of someone who was seeing this as current, someone who was just playing A Realm Reborn as if that was the current content. And for a short while, I was able to like get fully immersed. I was like, "Oh, this is super tragic," and then later it's like hit me as, "Oh yeah, they're gonna be fine later. No big deal." So don't watch trailers if you haven't completed things. So like for Shadowbringers, don't watch that until you've done Stormblood. Don't watch Stormblood until you've done Heavensward. And for Endwalker, don't watch Endwalker until you've done Shadowbringers. And it always annoys me when people watch these things. But dagnabbit, I feel bad. I feel bad now that I kind of like went over some Endwalker trailer stuff. I know I have the thing in the title, but you know. Post-5.5, pretty much everything. Yeah. Who started the Estinian meme? Yeah, it was Joe Cat. Joe Cat's awesome. Don't watch the launch trailer. Yeah. I was avoiding everything until I finished Shadowbringers. I can do Ranjit one. I've never actually gotten on board with the original Ranjit meme. Like I've seen it as a thumbnail, but I've never actually seen that video. I've never seen that video actually. Huh. Shoot. New Joker, Twitch streamer and overall great dude. Heck yeah. Great fella. Okay, so that's about an hour of talking. So, is anyone feeling up for Bojo stuff, or are you still fine with chatting?
I'm down for whatever.
Cool, Leo.
Yeah, I finished the line art for the character, I think.
Okay. Just remember to save before.
Looks pretty snazzy.
One
Yeah.
character.
The Lucron!
Yeah,
Regine! Yeah, also, a fun thing, Joker has seen your content, has referenced your Big Gun! Haven't before on stream. He has? Really? Like, I've seen him around in some of my streams, and I think that's freaking great. I try to act cool, you know, act chillax. Oh, hey, what's up, Joe? But inside, I'm like, woo, woo. So, I get pretty giddy on the inside, but I try to, like, play it cool, you know? Just be cool. Be cool. But I've seen him in sometimes in the stream, but it's like, oh. But that's freaking awesome that he references some of the stuff. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Give me Tucko. You're a great dude. No, you're great. But thank you. The talk's true. Are we talking about the it's Ranjit video? Yes, I'm talking about that one. I have not actually seen that one. Don't say yourself. Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I need to work on that. Let's see. So when are you going to start a podcast? Well, it would be a lot. I was actually thinking about that with Vile over here and seeing if maybe we can start up some normal like podcast like streams, so just talking and chillaxing, because we can talk for a while. Like usually I don't talk as much though. Usually I'm more of the laid back and like listening side, but you know.
Yeah, usually I'm the one that's ranting about something.
Yes, you know, Vile is usually the one with plenty of things to say, and
just don't mention Torghast to him.
I hate that you did that. That's not okay. You can't just do that.
Actually, what were your thoughts on Palace of the Dead when you first saw it? I remember asking you that at some point, but I might have forgotten that. Or I don't know if you gave, but yeah, your thoughts when you found out Palace of the Dead existed in this game before.
I was pissed. I was so pissed because it was so good. Like, well, okay, no. The first time I heard about it, I was so numb to the idea of a deep dungeon anything that I just tuned it out. It was like people were speaking Egyptian, and I don't speak Egyptian. Like speaking Egyptian hieroglyphs at that. Like, it was just like, you know, like I'm not even on the right frequency, because I was so irritated over Torghast that I literally tuned it out. Once I actually went in and I did it, I did 10 floors as a dancer, and I'm like, okay, this seems very right? But
Yeah.
that was also me still trying to come around to getting over the Torghast thing. When I finally gave it a real shot, after I'd kind of heard a little bit about like some rare titles and some mounts and stuff, and it's a good way to level, I'm like, okay, I'm going to give this a shot. Once I actually did the run, I was pissed that WoW couldn't do something at least on par with something a company did years and years and years ago. Like, I was irritated because I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted Torghast to be. I wanted to be able to go in there solo on any class and try to defeat hard solo content. And I still have to admit that I might have been slightly wrong about Torghast being okay with a time limit, because I was not down for that, right? I wanted it to purely be, can you brute force your way through it? No time restraints, no punishments, no negative effects, right?
Yeah.
But after doing Palace of the Dead and realizing that the anima powers are just pomanders, right? That it was pretty much the same thing. They pretty much copied it like 1-to-1, but they did it more shittily, right? Because this is going to be a long discussion if chat's okay with this, because like I'm about to compare both of them in depth and explain why one is worse than the other in every regard.
That's actually very interesting. I kind of would be down for it, but I'm noticing that I did put the Boja prog in the title.
I can rant about this asleep because of how mad it made me.
We might.
Yes, Sarah, Palace of the Dead is indeed many years older than Torghast.
Yeah, Torghast is recent.
Came out a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Palace of the Dead came out with ARR.
Yeah.
seems like chat's okay. Fine.
You know what? Okay.
Yeah. Let me save this, and I will flip my screen back up, and I will rant about this a little bit, because this is something that I was genuinely passionate about. This, just so chat is ultra clear, this is the reason why I quit WoW. Like, this hands down is the reason that caused me to say, you know what, I'm tired of Blizzard's shit, I'm done. And I left because of this whole situation. For those who are uninitiated on what Torghast is, because this is largely now a 14 fan base, Torghast is a deep dungeon that, when announced, it was announced as a roguelike experience for 1 to 5 players. You can go in with any number, and it would scale for you. It was supposed to say, or they said it was supposed to be quote-unquote unlimited. Eventually, it would just scale so hard that you would get just destroyed, like in a single hit of damage from any source, right? That was the idea behind it, or at least what people expected based on what they said. Upon this announcement, I pre-ordered Shadowlands, purely based on that, because I was a hardcore introvert. I was angsty, and I didn't want to really do much with anybody other than like a handful of people. It was usually like Lucron. I didn't really get to talk to Boom all that much back then. I mainly only interacted with him around 5v5 1v1 duels, which is a separate thing. PvP, essentially. So like, I was a hardcore solo player. This whole thing caused me to pre-order it, and so I waited. A couple of months goes by, public test realm, which is like a public open beta test for people to download and participate in, comes out. They do some testing, feedback gets given, it starts to skew what Torghast is. Instead of it being like this fun run style content, where you're going in purely for the challenge and you get some cosmetic rewards, people are saying that it needs to be balanced because they want it to be competitive. They want to be able to do like timed runs. They want seeded, like they want controls of seeding, so that way they can all run the same seed on like a time trial kind of thing, or like a boss rush or whatever. They start making all of these demands that all of these things change. Blizzard listens, they start changing stuff. It goes from potentially an unlimited run. In the open beta, the first one was, I think it was open to floor 80 or something like that. It was a pretty high floor count. People beat it, and they were one-shotting things even that they weren't even really supposed to be able to one-shot, because it was supposed to be invulnerable to damage, but somehow they managed to kill it anyway. So Blizzard makes changes. They now say that in order to prevent power scaling creep, they need to kick you out of the run every so many floors, which removes all of your pomanders. For those who are familiar with Palace of the Dead, they had what's called anima powers, which function exactly like pomanders. They augment certain parts of you, or certain spells that you have, or give you new spells that proc on you doing some number of things. So they want to neutralize your power gains by kicking you out of this instance so you lose those effects. This already annoyed me greatly, significantly. Then, to top it off, we had a system called Horrific Visions, which required you to get keys. Keys were on a limited source. You could only get so many keys per week in order to do these Horrific Visions. There was data mined that they might be moving to a key system, i.e. you could only do Torghast so many times a week. I hated that idea, did not vibe with it. Bad move in my opinion. A bunch of other stuff happened. They broke a couple of other promises in regards to opening up class flavor over spec flavor. Essentially, I played a Holy Priest and I wanted to continue maining Holy Priest, but I'm very much a hybrid player. I like being able to do damage, heal, be useful with utility. Like, I like to flex my ability to adapt. And them promising that, they even gave me the spells in the PTR, the public test realm, and I got to play with them and experiment with them, and I was having the time of my life doing all of this stuff. Then they reneged on that and specifically only nerfed a handful of specs, mine included, from being excluded from the return to class favor and getting away from spec flavor. So they broke their promise to give me some of my damage spells back. They broke their promise on what Torghast was. They misrepresented Torghast by making so many crucial changes. And then to top it off, they ended up tying loot and item level player power to Torghast, something that they said that they weren't going to do. They even entertained the idea of having two separate styles of Torghast, one that gave you the power gains, one that was purely for fun. So at this point, I said, F it, I'm done, I'm out. That's Torghast now. You run it to get materials, to craft legendaries, and it sucks. Nobody likes it. It's garbage, it's doo-doo, it's not, there isn't even a rare title or anything to get from it. You just get player power, and that's it. It's a weekly chore, and it's over. So, I pick up Palace of the Dead, and this is where we're going to get into comparisons. One, Palace of the Dead has 200 floors, twice as many as they said in the first iteration of PTR that it would go up to at least 100 floors, even though they had already broke the promise of it potentially being unlimited. So, boom, already has more floors, longer form progression. Two, it saves your progress as you go through it, right? If you have all of these pomanders in your bag and you get kicked out, you lose the effect of any active pomanders, but in Torghast, in WoW, all of your anima powers that you had, gone once you get kicked out. You have to get new ones now. Now, they do give you a sort of pseudo checkpoint system, but it drops you back like 3 floors or something like that, or you have to do like a certain number of tiers to get those checkpoints. But you still lose your powers. You lose your quote pomanders. So 1, that's another improvement is the floor count. 2, you get to keep your powers that you grinded for in the deep dungeon. 3, there's actually no power gains to be had by doing Palace of the Dead. You can level in it, sure, but you're not getting items that are mandatory for you to go do raiding, for you to go do alliance raiding, for you to do dungeons or PvP. None of that. It's Palace of the Dead is purely for leveling and for posterity. Torghast doesn't have any of that. Like they supposedly have like some stuff that you can get or whatever now, and you can get like some glamour pieces and or whatever, but none of them are prestigious because doing Torghast is far too easy. So there's no prestige with it either. So in every single regard, Palace of the Dead is better than Torghast. Hands down, full stop. It's just better. Period. And it came out, let's see, ARR release date came out August 24th, 2013. Shadowlands release date November 23rd, 2020. So 7 years apart, and Blizzard couldn't even at least do it as good.
Yeah. Torghast. That's the name. It's eventually gotten tied to it. The nickname. Because it's a chore you have to do if you want to stay up to date. Because in order to get these items that are legendary quality items, these are like pieces of, these are kind of like similar to like your artifact weapons in Final Fantasy XIV, the relic weapons.
Oh, apparently it was Heaven's Word patch content. Either way, it's many years. But
yeah. So essentially, imagine like your relic weapon that does like a unique effect, and it's a relic weapon does a unique effect. It's also got a lot of stats to it. You need to do Torghast. That is also
hey, Jocat.
Locked weekly. From sorry, I'm flustered.
Hey, Alex, Jocat's here.
I know. Hi, Jocat. How you doing?
That's why I said hi.
I know. As soon as you said that, I was like, "Oh no!" Try to keep the same thought. Hey, how you doing? Hey,
Hey, Joe.
Hey,
what's
how's it
going on, man?
What's up?
Don't look like an idiot. Don't look like an idiot.
But you have to do like it's like a weekly lockout that you're only able to do you're only able to collect a specific amount of this soul ash to turn in for this legendary, and in order for you to turn this legendary into the proper item level, you need to be like competitive with everyone else. You need to do it for like, what is it actually, months or just like a month's work of grinding? I forget. I can't remember. I know that it's required to go through Torghast, but as Weil said, it is very easy to do and borderline brainless. Unless you're like super, unless you're not very geared at all. It's all right. You're already embarrassed yourself many episodes. Go. Dang it! Jeez.
Get him, Joe. Get him.
Dagnabbit. But yes, imagine Palace of the Dead, but it's mandatory, and you have to do it, and you have to climb all the way up to like floor, let's say from floor 1 to floor
150.
I don't know if it'd be like that. It'd be more like floor 1 to floor 80, maybe ish.
I'd say 80, 90, yeah.
I was just thinking about like the difficulty curve.
But he started at 1. Difficulty curve would start at 80 and go to like 130.
Yeah, somewhere in there. I was thinking 150 because Tisophone's like a huge health wall.
Yeah, she is. But yeah, it's along those lines. So not only is it,
applause for Square for doing something the correct way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did Heaven on High. And I think we're getting another one in Endwalker, right?
They did say that we will be getting a new deep dungeon. I don't have many details other than we're going to be getting one at some point, and they already have a location picked out apparently. And again, just so everybody is aware, my theory, Endwalker's zone, spoiler by the way, for the next 30 seconds. So I'm gonna like give you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here I go. Labyrinthos. I think we might be getting a labyrinth style deep dungeon. We've gone down with House of Dead. We've gone up with Heaven on High. I think we're going horizontal through a labyrinth in Endwalker. That's my theory.
That'll be interesting.
That's what I hope.
What about horizontal?
That's what I just said. Horizontal. That's why. Are you being acute or obtuse?
Why not both?
Oh dear. Like the most rarest thing I've done in 5.14 is gear grind foe the finally of Shadowbringers, but that was just because I was being stubborn and didn't want to buy gear since I wanted to make my own. It's understandable. There has been rumors that deep dungeons might be upgraded. Should be Charlian. Could be Charlian. Interesting.
Did Joe actually come to the campfire? Oh.
Wait.
I've been bamboozled. He's not here.
No.
Sorry, I needed to like actually.
I think he's on our data center, is he?
I don't know. Probably not. We are a small indie data center.
2 expects from now, Squeenix be like this. She's going diagonal. But yeah, that would be interesting to see how that's gonna play out. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off because I was about to steer the conversation in an entirely different direction.
We're on Primal, Joe. I don't know what one you guys are on. Crystal. Oh, he's on Rob's. He's on Rob's DC then.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. Data center travel once that rolls around.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty neat. Be able to actually converse with all sorts of people, and maybe the people who are maybe the people who are logged in at the in Asmongold's.
I honestly, I would love to go into one of Joe's groups and have him just mock me. Like that would be amazing.
What?
I'd be so happy.
What?
Just have him criticize every bad mistake, like just every poor decision.
What? Okay.
All right.
Okay, that's
your fantasy is to have Joe Cat step in. You got it.
What?
Yo, did it suddenly get hot in here? What's going on?
What the frick are you on about? Calm down. Jeez.
Well, let me just get on Dark Knight and plunge on pull.
Would you
here.
chill? Chill. Jeez. Gosh. Is that even advertiser friendly? Do we do something about that? I don't know.
Oh, really? Of all the things that we've ever said. Wait, where's coming up insults on the fly?
Oh no.
Stupid bunny face.
What? Do you hear that, Dwabbit? He's insulting you.
What? Who? I'm confused.
I said bunny, not rabbit. There's a difference.
Yeah, people getting a bit risque in here. So the thing I wanted to talk about is like how the PvP is going to be. Like I said, that was going to be a really abrupt change, because I remember us talking about this, and 6.1 is roughly when all the PvP rehaul is going to happen. At least that's what I believe is going to happen, is the case, where like Feast is going to be like just thrown off the bridge, tossed in the river, drowned, whatever, what have you.
6.0, they're doing preseason. 6.1, when Crystal Conflict comes out, then Feast gets deleted.
So the question is, like, if they're going to do like PvP reworks, and that's not going to happen until like the non-feast era of PvP. Is Sage and Reaper not going to have any PvP kit
PvP spells?
for like a patch?
I don't know. Maybe they like already came up with a version of it, and then they're just kind of like YOLO until 6.1.
It wouldn't surprise me, considering that I've heard that the Square Enix didn't want PvP in Final Fantasy 14 to begin with, but then people were wanting it, and then they got it, and then people were having fun, but it was also broken and unbalanced as all heck, from what I've gathered. And now it's technically more balanced than it's been, but it's still not like super balanced, considering a healer.
It's not as broken as it was. I believe is the correct way to phrase that. Because you can't 1v1 a gunbreaker as a bard and tell me that's fair.
Yeah, well, I've also seen healers like solo, like face tank like 10 different people like at once, and just keep on, and they just sit there, just take it. Like you got like a freaking like a ninja grabbing them from the back and just shanking them repeatedly, and they're just T-posing as a holy priest. No, a white mage. They're just T-posing and just keeping themselves alive. Got archers, you got like a machinist just shoving the bioblaster down their throat, and they're just sitting there still alive.
This is getting very graphic. And you're complaining about me getting canceled.
I mean, have you seen, like in PvP, it turns into nothing but a freaking disco ball of death, and that's all I can assume is going on in there.
No, because they don't PvP on group content.
Dag nabbit. It gets violent in PvP. Like, jeez.
New PvP map looks like line pushing. Yeah, it's what is it? It's kind of like an Overwatch-ish style mode.
Yeah, like push the cart or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, you push a central node to the enemy base. There's map hazards. Thankfully, they didn't pull another feast and only have one map. There's actually going to be several variations of map with different routing even. So at least there's going to be some dynamicism with what you'll be experiencing in that mode.
It's interesting how it's going to work out. Like, is there going to be some type of system where people like it racks out to people, like there's going to be a lot more people being prone to death. Like, death will be happening a lot more frequently as time goes on. And what would the factor be? Like, would people just be doing 50% more damage per tick of like some type of enraged hammer?
I've heard some people talking about PvP. Like, let's be real, it's not exactly a huge popular thing in the game, but I have heard some people talking about it. Some people, when I was reviewing the patch notes from that live letter and stuff, what I pulled from it is that everybody is going to be getting a rework on their kit. Like, their job kit is going to be job specific. Adrenaline rushes will be job specific adrenaline rushes. Yeah. Or like role specific. So, and then all role style influence is gone. So like tanks will be DPS, healers will be DPS. Everyone will have some healing of their own. Everyone might have like some mitt of their own. But everyone is essentially an all-rounder in PvP now.
Yeah,
that's what I pulled from it.
I'm actually excited if that's the case, because I don't know. There's something about having to bash onto like a wall essentially for 30 seconds straight before being able to have like a CC or some type of control to stop the healer from doing its thing, so you can actually have a chance to kill a guy. There's something about that pattern. Like, I'm very used to that lifestyle because that's pretty much WoW all the time, but it would be refreshing to not have that be a thing where one person can be just everyone's life battery for eternity until you like kick him in the groin and then just shank his buddy.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that's where 14 got its influence from, is you had people who were rightly so complaining in like World of Warcraft where they're being CC chained for 5 to 10 sometimes. Like, there's some egregious games out there where you can actually be permanently CC'd full stop.
That's really hard to do though.
Well, I'm not talking about good games here. I'm talking about ones that are just bad. But get it, like chain CCing somebody for even like 5 seconds in WoW can be done fairly reasonably. If
5
you
seconds. That's a polymorph is 6 seconds.
Yeah, I know, that's what I mean. Like it's pretty easy to do. You can poly them if they trinket, blind them. Right? Like it's fairly easy to get like a 5-6 second CC chain. Getting it to like 10 seconds takes a bit of skill, but people will complain, I would like to play my character, right? And that's the complaint that I think Square ran with. That's why CC is so limited and so short in PvP in this game.
I like the idea of like smaller scale forms of stuff, because with proper use of medkits, you can survive a surprisingly long amount of time with just those 3 charges of 15-second recharge medkits. Like they're on the right track for having that overall like no healer route, because one person can survive a decent amount if they can just run fast enough and time their medkits like perfectly. Granted, it's quite hard with the whole like lag and the whole netcode of the not lag, but like the netcode of the game and how it works. But you can like run to safety as a job that doesn't have a heal. Like I've done it a few times. Like a summoner and black mage are 2 of the primary jobs that don't have any self healing in their kit. Outside of Drain, but I also don't go Drain often, and it's also inferior to like Bloodbath, like melee to use. So it is possible to run with that. So they're on the right track for something similar to that, if they do go that route. And I think it would be interesting. I don't know how the competitive field is going to feel about it, because I've tried. I guess I can't be extremely competitive in like rated PvP anymore, I guess, because the Feast kind of turns me off from PvP. Like, yeah, I'm platinum, but tell that to any of the hardcore PvP players and they're like, yeah, I was beta wolf like 17 seasons in a row. Doesn't matter how many seasons there were. Like the beta wolf is like top 10 in ranking in the data center.
What's platinum though? Is it like challenger?
Platinum is like duelist.
It's pretty good then.
Yeah, it's like duelist and maybe low gladiator, and diamond would be high gladiator and like around 2,800 to 3,000 rating ish.
Pretty good. I don't know why you're selling yourself short.
Jokes. There's 2 things in chat right now I want to address. Joka said they understand that one of the most annoying mechanics in games are the ones that stop you from playing. True.
Yes, very true.
Because you're fundamentally not playing the game at that point.
Yeah.
The other one is apparently Michael already beat 5.0. Cellular, sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Intriguing.
Interesting. That was
I thought
really
he was just
quick.
getting into Stormblood. Huh.
So
well, honestly,
he might actually get to Endwalker in time to participate.
Dude, he's sprinting.
Cool.
Oh, he is sprinting. He is speed reading his way all the way through. Well, I hope he's enjoying the story at least. Hope he's not feeling too incredibly rushed. Like, I know he wants to be like...
Okay, sorry. To get back onto track with the PvP thing, right? Before we get a rabbit hole, because this was something I wanted to say. I'm actually excited about the battle pass-ish thing that they got going on.
That is interesting. Oh, actually, going back to that. Yeah, I kind of like the idea. Like, I don't know if they actually said anything like this, but you know how you probably don't know, but at the end of like the seasons PvP season, you get these like wolf marks, and you get a certain amount based on how high in the ladder you climbed or what ranking you were, like bronze, silver, gold.
Wolf collars.
Platinum. Yes, they're wolf collars. Don't make a joke. And you're able to like buy. Right now, it's only just like hellhound weapons, which are all right, but it's just limited to those. But I would be fine if they were able to unlock. Like, I know it's gonna probably demean like people who accomplished getting the mounts or sets of armor through that season, and I understand that having it done this way. But before I go more on that, I would be fine with them giving you this certain currency that you can use based on how well you performed during those like those little season things, like what do they call it?
They're still gonna have seasons. They're gonna have seasons and series.
Yeah, I would be fine if they gave you that currency, but listed all of the previous like top 100 rewards that you might have missed out on, and you can use that limited currency.
They are.
I can get the Shadowbringer friggin'. I know. Okay, going back to my friggin'. I know it's gonna demean the achievement of the people who got it during the time, and this is kind of a situation.
This is a classic conundrum, though, right? It's the haves versus the have-nots, right?
Yeah, I do feel bad because I feel like I'm stealing it from the champions, and like they earned it the way they did. It's just like, man, because I want it, but I just didn't commit hard enough during that, so I don't deserve. It's a weird conundrum. Like I want it, and I appreciate that there's gonna be like a potential access to it, but it's like, man, I do feel like I'm stealing a bit of the glory if I like push forward for this change. I am at a conundrum with that.
Yeah, so I've dealt with, because like I said, I've got, I don't know, 40 to 50,000 hours in MMOs, somewhere around there.
Actually, yeah.
I've dealt with this whole like FOMO, limited time, gladiator season, blah 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 blah, right? And it always boils down to the people who earned it are obviously going to say that other people shouldn't be able to get it, right? Because they earned it. Yeah. But at the same time, if somebody just straight up never heard of the game, never played the game, right? If they want to earn it, they should be able to still earn it. Them earning it shouldn't detract from your accomplishment of having earned it as well, right? The matter is just time, when it was available. Yeah. And there shouldn't be a premium on you being there in the moment and you get rewarded because you both did the effort, but you happen to do the effort at this specific time, right?
Yeah.
And so obviously the people who have it aren't going to want other people to get it because it makes them feel special because they did this thing, right? But you have to think about it in terms of, is it special because you did the thing, or is it special because you did the thing and you happen to do it at this time, right? That's the part that I think that needs to be delineated from more clearly with this kind of stuff. Is like, yeah, you can get it, but it's not going to be easy. It's like the Necromancer title. Imagine if the Necromancer title was limited to like you had to have done it before Stormblood, and all of these people from like World of Warcraft and Guild Wars and everybody who's started playing the game since then in recent times can't get it, even though it's a prestigious title and it requires an immense amount of dedication and work. It would be bogus. There would actually be less respect for that title because people would be like, who cares? You did this thing a long time ago that, is hard. But people will end up writing it off more than respecting it. It's because you can still get it and it's still so rare to get, on why it's so sought after and why it has that like social karma with it, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you got to delineate somehow. Like if you're going to include time as a factor, you could probably do what Bren is saying and do like a color switch. Keep the model, but have it be the color switch, right? And even with a dye system, it would still make sense because all you would have to do is see if it's dyed or not. If it's not dyed and that's the natural color, then you would be able to identify when they did this thing at what point in time if you're familiar with the time system.
I thought that would make sense. Okay. I get what you're getting at. Okay. Still, I do like the idea of being able to have like those rewards, like all the rewards like available, but all of them requiring like that specific currency that requires pretty much the same amount of effort that was needed to achieve the thing at the time. Like, I know that you don't get a currency for being like top 100 in Feast. And by the way, having it be a flat number of top 100 could be a big problem if there's a lot of people jumping in PvP. Like as of right now, 100 people in participating in Feast is actually a sizable amount of people, to my knowledge at least. So top 100 is sort of ish okay for what the current amount, but even still, I do believe it should be more proportional based, especially if there's going to be a lot of people diving into PvP.
Well, like a bell curve. You gotta rank on a curve.
Sorta?
I would just say do X amount of games. Like I understand the whole like ranking. The idea of like ranking systems on a curve, right? It makes sense if you're trying to do like a tournament style, like ultimately you end up with a victor, right? So like
Yeah.
like a sports match, right? You're trying to find that one person or team that statistically is number one, like they're the highest performer, right? But when it comes to something more like an MMO with thousands, hundreds of thousands, like millions of players, you either need to make that curve extremely steep in order to get a very limited amount of people, or you can just kind of throw your hands up in the air and say, look, if you do X amount of games, you have X amount of win rate, and you've done this many wins in total, you're now qualified for this reward. That makes it to where it's a static variable that anybody who's dedicated enough can achieve, right? And you just make sure that you set those bars high enough that it requires a significant amount of dedication and investment, as well as a bit of player skill, right? So even the less skilled, if they're willing to spend more time, they can achieve it. And I think that that level of determination is what should make up the difference of getting the achievement versus like somebody if they're not particularly skilled. And it's not a great argument, and I don't like to make it all that much, but you got to remember there are people out there who have like physical disabilities. Maybe they have like a birth defect, and this is like really out there, right? But maybe they only have like 2 fingers on one hand, right? So it makes operating a mouse or a joystick or a keyboard significantly statistically harder because they don't have as many appendages to operate the controls with. I've even seen there is actually a YouTuber, or at least I've seen a YouTube video of an individual who is blind. Legally cannot see blind, full stop blind. He does battlegrounds in WoW through the assisted like functions and features of the game that help people with disabilities. He uses like audio cues and notes and stuff like that, and he plays battlegrounds in PvP fully blind.
Huh.
It's like those people do exist, and I think that it would be really neat if the reward structure at least enabled people like that, if they're willing to put in that extra work and determination to still get those rewards. Even in this case, like if the person was blind and couldn't see the reward, they would still relish like the fact that they accomplished it, because they would find out, through like a text-to-speech reading program or their friends or whatever, right? They're going to feel accomplished in having done it and earned it.
I see. I get you.
So it's a lot of variables, and it just comes down to like how you want to design the reward system to be. Do you want to have FOMO or not? Like that comes with benefits and it comes with drawbacks. Do you want to have time limited stuff? Again, comes with benefits and drawbacks. You might get a huge spike in sales if it's something that you pay cash for, but you're probably going to get a lot of people who are disgruntled and maybe less likely to buy something in the shop if they feel slighted because you're not giving them the opportunity to buy something just because they weren't around at the same time. But that can go into the whole argument of retail stores having sales, so it's a matter of decision making.
I hear you. It's kind of tricky, and I feel like for a game like Final Fantasy XIV, I think the accessible route might be the more popular option instead of that bell curve is because I don't think people really come to Final Fantasy XIV to be ultra competitive. I don't think Final Fantasy XIV advertises itself to be full of competition and trying to be at each other's throats. If people want that, there's like League of Legends. I guess there technically is WoW. There's the battle royales that have been going around. All sorts of other stuff. Oh no. Now, if I was 14, could have just full on embraced the more laid back hangout atmosphere like we got going here.
Well, that's why they're doing the Crystal Conflicts with the season and series. They're making it so where it's much more approachable and friendly. Like, there's no role requirement, so you don't have to feel pressured, like, if you main a healer to be good at healing in PvP, because there's a huge amount of responsibility with it.
Yes.
Right? Like, they're removing as much friction as possible. So that way it's a seamless, easy to dip in and out of experience that you can at least slowly earn the rewards that you want.
Yeah. I might be down for that, because I've always been more of a casual player. I guess.
Mr. Casual BG.
No, okay.
I
was
love
a bit of a
casual BGs too. You know that.
Yeah, like, I don't know what it is about it. Like, ranked scenarios is like, they're good and all, but they don't seem as fun to me. There's something about it. It's just like ranked arenas and ranked feasts. They don't seem as fun to me. Like, I can do decently well in arenas, I think.
You didn't
like
beating Moldiva?
What was that? You cut out for a second.
You didn't have fun beating Moldiva?
Okay, that was a little fun. Like, that was very hectic.
Mate.
Very hectic.
I definitely had fun. This is unranked, but I definitely had fun beating Dalaran as a holy priest. That was like the highlight, man.
Okay, so there are some fun moments. It's just like on a general scale, it just doesn't feel. I don't know. There's something about it. I mean, it's probably just because of the nature of WoW and how it was, and I was also playing Demonology Warlock when everyone else had like an instant burst from like 100%.
You could have just stopped it. I think it's the nature of WoW. I just hate PvP and ranked. So toxic and garbage.
Gosh, yeah, I guess just having to, like I said, like bashing your face against someone for like 20 minutes until dampening kicks in, which is a healing debuff that stacks over time, and or you get the healer completely crowd control and you burst the DPS down, or vice versa if the healer's caught off guard and you just instantly one-shot him. I don't know, just like constantly bashing your face against the wall until you see a crack. That's essentially the gameplay of WoW.
Real quick, Mike, yes, we have done the Monster Hunter collab.
Yes, we have. All three of us.
It's one of the first things that Boom wanted to do because he absolutely loves Monster Hunter, and Lucron is also a fan.
Oh, SCJ. Wasn't Demonology the one that got nerfed to hell? Yes. Yes,
yeah,
it was.
Demonology is the one that was specifically referenced in the Apologies 14 versus WoW comparison, where they're like, why are you nerfing Demonology to the ground? And Ian sarcastically responded with, well, we'd prefer that you didn't play Demonology.
That's my main class and spec.
Yeah.
For years.
That's his main class and spec that's getting ragged on in that video.
and my channel was based around the Demonology Warlock. In fact, my profile picture is still my World of Warcraft Demonology Warlock. Which I need to change, by the way. Need to change. I have options. Need to fix. But yes, Demonology it's a heavily like pet. It's a pet, very pet focused spec. And the thing is, some of the AI likes to be dumb. And unfortunately, the meta strategy for Demonology Warlock is to get a talent that makes one of your big pets, like your all-in-one thing, like this. You dump all of your resources to make this one pet super powerful, and like he hurts. Like he'll cast like these little demon bolt things, and he'll chunk people's health, like 40% of their max health, like every cast, and he casts like every 1.5 seconds. So he hurts. The thing is, sometimes he can be really freaking dumb. Like the person can literally just like stand behind a pillar, and this big demon lasts only for 15 seconds. By the way, only 15 seconds. So. You get him out. He's about to charge up as a big blast, and the guy hides behind a pillar. The demon stops. He sits there and thinks for like 3 full seconds. Starts running towards him, tried making his way over there. I don't know. He's kind of slow, but he's like struggling his way over there. And by the time he sees the guy at the pillar, he starts casting again. Like stands perfectly still at the very corner of the pillar. Starts casting again. The guy goes around the other side of the pillar. The demon stops. Sits there thinking for 3 seconds, and then pops out of existence.
You could abuse You could abuse the AI. And it was mean, but you could do it. It was specifically because it was a ranged pet.
Yes.
If it was a melee pet, it's a completely different story. Because then they just are always on you, and their base movement speed always allows them to be on you regardless of how fast you go. And they'll always catch up if you like not gap close, anti-gap close, whatever you want to call it, like disengage, teleport, blink, leap. They'll always end up catching back up to you fairly quickly.
Yeah,
but
like it's a lot harder to explore the melee ones.
Yes, Senshi. I was a survival hunter, and they essentially deleted my spec. Not half true, Senshi. I have a great experience of doing ranged survival in BFA.
Yeah, Vile actually tried making both
not a
survival
joke.
work when they turned survival into a melee type of spec. So he tried reverting it back to the originals, and he had some mild success.
I had success. I had some modicum of success.
Yeah. Even in Mythic Plus too, right?
Yeah, I did it in Mythic Plus.
Yeah.
I did it in Mythic Plus. I did it in PvP. It got buff actually in Shadowlands. I don't know how
well the thing is
it is now because I don't know about domination shards or all of the stuff that's happened since then.
Well, yeah, but it got buffed, and so did my class get buffed in Shadowlands technically. But it's like I got like a 20% damage increase, whereas like monks, you can now press one button and win every fight. it's like it's kind of some of the changes are pretty good. It's just that some other changes to some other classes, they now can just win anything they want if they press one button, and they're lucky. Like if they win a certain luck roll,
It's kind of the same though with Gunbreaker in 14.
Is it?
It's less
in
one
PvP.
button, but it's just one button, like fucking Aurora.
PvP, right? The PvP version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heal, lol. Get wrecked. Nerd.
Yeah. In PvP as a Gunbreaker, if you just keep Aurora up at all times, you're unbearably tanky. Like holy lord. Like I can run into entire groups in frontline as Gunbreaker and just I make sure I have 2 cartridges and I can stay alive in that group as everyone's bashing my face in, thanks to Aurora and just the copious amount of just leech abilities they have connected to so many of their attacks. Like their AoE cartridge spender, that's like 100% damage you deal is healed back to you. And on top of that, if you use a ranged ranged ability, that increases your next weapon skill attack damage by 50%.
It's lightning shot.
Lightning shot, yeah. You use that, and then you use the AoE, that's like a 50% boosted heal on top of that. So, you can be very durable. Just the problem is trying to get out of that. You can get in and do as much havoc as you can, but the likelihood of surviving is not great after the first 30 seconds. No, 10 seconds. No,
like
even less than that. Because if someone stuns you, you're dead. What about Monk?
It's kind of like Monk. Like if you have Bloodbath up and you go in and you just start AoEing like crazy on a Monk, you're pretty durable until Bloodbath runs out.
Yeah.
And then bye-bye.
Yeah,
you better run.
Monks have a hard time disengaging. They're good at engaging, but they don't have anything way to disengage. The same kind of applies with the whole like invincibility feeling to Dragoon and Samurai. They go in with Bloodbath, they just mass AoE as much as they can, and then in Samurai's case, they can just do their dash out. Yeah, and Dragoons can literally jump backwards, and it also breaks home gang.
Monks will get fixed most likely come Endwalker because they're getting the new gap closer that allows you to teleport to an enemy or an ally.
That will be extraordinarily handy in PvP because that will give them the disengage potential that they're sorely missing in frontline environments.
Won't matter much though because Reaper is going to be best in slot.
I'm not sure what they're going to specialize in. I wonder what Sage is going to be.
Reaper to get the Windwalker treatment in MoP, where it was complete garbage for like 4 patches.
Maybe. Gosh,
what is going on in this picture?
What?
These connoisseurs.
connoisseurs.
And you get on me. You get on me about this stuff.
It's from Reddit. It's not me.
I'm confused.
Why'd you
Oh.
share it then?
Because it's a buddy.
Oh no.
Fair.
Okay, just Discord stuff. Gotcha.
Just more wabbits.
Sticking with Dancer in PvP. Dancer is actually really strong in PvP. Lots of strong cleave potential. So that's a good pick.
Did you say something about? My head hurts.
Alright.
Right side, Doc.
I've spent too much brain juice today and now have a headache.
Oh no. New.
Like, we're not doing the Boja thing then, right?
Yeah.
We're just,
Okay. We spent so much time talking. I changed the title to just Chillax Talks and Rants.
fair enough.
I'll probably do it.
Think about like Endwalker stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much. I really like this aspect of 14 where there isn't a PTR, right?
Yeah.
And the media tour was so limited that if you're willing to just avoid spoilers in it and only kind of like hone in on like some generic info about like the jobs and stuff that you want info on, I don't know anything that's coming up. I don't know all of the zones. Like I'm familiar with some of them, and one unnamed zone that they kind of showed us artwork for. Like I don't know where we're going. I don't know what we're doing. I barely know any of the enemies that we're going to be fighting. Like it's such a big question mark that like I like it. I like it a lot because like when they were doing the beta for like BFA and stuff, or the beta for Shadowlands, like you saw so much of the world. You saw so many of the mechanics, and like you could get so much of the story kind of like data mined and stuff that it detracted from. Like I quit before it actually ever officially launched, but I knew so much of what was already there that by contrast, like I know next to nothing about Endwalker's story and what we're going to be doing. It's exciting and also kind of scary because I don't want all of my favorite characters to bite the dust.
Gosh, I know. I'm also, one thing that I'm gonna be really relieved on is that I'm not gonna be expected to know all the speedrun strats before the dungeon's even out.
That's the greatest part about doing it so early is everyone's doing it blind.
Yeah, that'd be so neat. That'd be so neat to finally do it blind, because I'm so used to everyone just knowing all the fights in and out before the expansion's even announced.
Yeah, they're gonna be doing like blind prog, but everyone's doing it blind.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't think I've done that before. I've played the games too casually. If you have a 10 key on your keyboard, you can use 8, 2, 4, 6 on the numpads up, down, left, right, and dial those sliders on single digit weights. Nothing better. Nothing better happened to Alice. Say, oh, nothing better happened to any of them.
Oh, I have made my death prediction. I'll have to find specifically the
I don't like
channel
it.
that I left that on.
I don't like your death prediction. Stop it.
Wait, did I link that to you too?
Just something about it was on a comment to YouTube.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find where somebody commented on that. Because somebody was like, that's one heck of a death list.
Yeah, I don't like it. Tone it down, man. Blind Ultimate Thoradin. Dear me. Oh, gosh. Oh, dear.
Oh, here we go. Right, so this is just based on nothing more than hunches, by the way, right? But my death predictions is Alphano, Kryl, Orionje, Amaric, half the job trainer NPCs, roughly, Merlwib, Xenos, and Fun Daniel. as well as like a handful of other like B-listers.
That's a lot of death.
Yeah, that's what I expect. I expect a lot of death.
Stop it. Speaking of the job, oh gosh, I need to do all the job quests.
Poor Tokyo. He wants to at me. But because my name has special characters in it.
Yeah, it's really annoying to at you.
Oh.
The only way I manage it is if you type something and then I copy your name.
Yeah. I so doubt that they will kill us.
The chat's like, wait, what?
Yeah. That's a lot.
I genuinely do believe that Merlwyb will go out in like a blaze of glory, and it'll be a proper send off to a great captain. I like her character. Like she's a bit stone facey sometimes, but I do like her character.
I agree with you, the Kerr Bear. I agree. You'll be forgiven for ignoring White Mage job quest. The unfortunate part is that's one of the few job quests I've completed. Dagnabbit! Ah! I want to see the level 80 Dark Knight quest in particular. I haven't done that. I haven't done any of the level 80 job quests. None of them. I'm curious.
Now you can't.
What?
Yeah, you can't now. Not until after you deplete all of your rested EXP.
Huh? I don't understand. What do you mean?
Because if you go do them, they're gonna give you experience.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna have a full freaking day of rested experience, or maybe longer because of the shutdowns, the maintenance.
Yeah, and you're gonna spend that on Sage, or else you're gonna be behind, and nobody
Yeah,
wants
I'm
to
like
be
capped
behind.
already. Like seriously.
Well, you can't. You better not be going and doing job quests this weekend.
What? No, I want to do them now before the reset happens. I also need to get so much editing done.
Never mind.
What?
Tokyo's angry with me about the Merlwyb prediction.
Oh. Oh. People are talking about deaths I don't want to consider. No, stop. Oh gosh. I want to do all the job quests, so I'm caught up with everything. Because if you're putting the freaking job quest people in there, I'm like, why are you putting them in there? Like, what am I missing?
I'm only putting them in there because I'm under the impression that this is going to be like a united Eorzea kind of thing. I think there's even going to be factions of Garleans that end up on our side of the fight.
Yeah, I can believe that.
I don't have to worry about the samurai job guy.
I've not done any of the samurai job quests. I actually abandoned the very first job quest yesterday when we were doing the side quest prep. The Master Mutoshi or whatever it was.
I understand. Boom. I understand.
I'm glad you did.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Memes. We're just gonna keep it lighthearted and memes.
That quest was actually the first one I had to downrank from normal scaling because I didn't have the eye level to do it. I tried for like 2 hours.
Oh
I
gosh.
just kept dying.
Oh,
Like,
I know
did
what you
everything
mean.
perfectly. I just died to passive damage because I didn't have eye level.
I know what you mean. I did too. If I remember right. Yeah, that was a freaking hard. Was it on a boat?
No, it was in a field, I think.
Jesus Christ, Tokyo. Chill, dude. That's some behind the curtains stuff. Like, you don't want to see the man operating the machine.
Gosh. Jeez. I mean, benchmark trailer literally has us lead the charge while Guardian soldiers are covering you. Oh, I didn't even catch that detail.
I did.
Huh.
But I write everything off in the benchmark as just set dressing to show off like new abilities and the engine and the zones. I don't take anything that happens in the benchmarks as canon.
Gotcha. Trying to catch up on chat, sorry.
They're talking about Daddy A-hole.
Stop it!
As a Functional Levier or whatever it is. Functional.
The guy who immediately made me retract my statement of like, oh, I'm fine.
That was so good. Oh, maybe he's not such a nice guy. You're disowned. Nope, he's a dick.
Yeah, he got my hopes up. I was like, oh, because I see these type of people end up being such terrible people. I was like, oh, I'm so glad to see that you're gonna break the pattern. I'm like, no, you didn't break the pattern. You embraced it. You're supposed to be the chosen one.
I think my favorite one. I think there was a commenter on the stream. It was either that or I saw a comment on like Reddit or something. But it was something along the lines of Alphino Alias, you're disowned for not adhering to the wisdom of your elders, end quote, says the man not adhering to the wisdom of his elder.
I saw that. I saw that.
I loved that comment, dude.
I
just like hypocrisy on display, man.
I was too upset at the guy to really like verbally like read that comment aloud, but I was like, I saw that, and internally it kind of hit me later. I was like, yeah. But at the moment, I was too busy just thinking on tearing. I was getting rather intense.
My first thought was like obviously unyielding rage. But after a couple of seconds, my mind immediately jumped to, well, I guess the Chais actually do get to adopt Alphino.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, the Chais. Whoever voiced Dulia Chai did a freaking phenomenal job. Holy frick.
When that first moment when you walk up and you meet them, I was just like, this feels so sinister and creepy. I thought it was going to be like some Hansel and Gretel, like, witch eating kids kind of thing or something, right?
Gosh.
Like I was on edge, and then like very calmly over the time that you interact with them, I'm like, hey, these people are kind of nice. And then by the end of it, I'm just like, gosh, she's like that. Like, this is gonna sound mean, right? But she's like that lunch lady in middle school who treated every kid like her kid, right? And made sure that every kid got plenty to eat, and every kid was okay and not being bullied, right? Like she was like, just like that lady that just adopted every kid, right?
I can see that, yeah. Gosh, just actually when she was doing like the really over dramatic crying when Alphino was saying that he has to leave, that actually started getting me a little bit. I was like, oh no, and that was after I'd already.
Toxic Truth. Lena is my favorite character, like favorite individual character of at least definitely of Shadowbringers, but possibly of like the entire thing.
Yeah, it's because she's a Vieira.
No, it's not entirely that. I started paying attention to that character because they were a Vieira. The voice acting in every single cutscene that she's in is stellar.
I'm gonna be honest, all the voice acting
amazing.
All the voice acting in Shadowbringers is great. It's just Lena's voice acting, especially after the assault on the what's it called? I used to teleport there all the freaking time to collect wood. What's it called?
The Hostile Imperative?
Hostile Imperative. The Hostile Imperative. After that, I was so moved by the voice acting of it, I even wrote an entire piece of music and made a full freaking intro based around that. At the same time. And there's very few things that compel me to really make music, because I see my music as cringeworthy as my voice. And I find my voice incredibly grating, in case people didn't pick up on that. But yes, still, I wanted to do as best I could to my current knowledge, which wasn't great, but I freaking tried. Dang it. But yes, I agree. Her voice actor, very, very stellar. Very well done with all the lines being delivered. But then again, I can say the same with everyone in Shadowbringers. Everyone in Shadowbringers had a freaking amazing voice line delivery. I'm out of water. Just reading the chat. Military mob on the Sony. It might have that benefit, but the man started his late father for saving your words. Yeah, there's another one, but for the sake of everyone's feel, I will refrain. What? What? Another one. There was Graha, great. Fine, hale and hearty, and fine. Yeah, that one. They will get the soldiers back. She can manage her forces. Rabbits are really good. Oh my gosh! He had a history of arguing with Louis Swall. Yeah, and can only really speculate. Yeah. Oh no, you're missing your voice. Oh, thank you so much, Nigel. I'm glad you think so. It's just really weird for me to think that to be true. It's just. Thanks. Thank you. No, it wasn't great. It was amazing intro. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you. I looked at it recently for an attempt to try to make a compilation that people have been asking for a while, but not sure when that's going to come out. And I was like, maybe it's not so great. But thanks, folks. Thanks. Y'all already should do a podcast. This is great. Oh, cool. How you two would be down for that? I don't know how regular they would be, but this is pretty fun. Honestly, I love just sitting around and talking. Okay.
So it's gonna be. You're not streaming tomorrow, right? Because it would essentially just be a podcast at that point, because we're not doing all that much tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow I plan on freaking editing like mad.
Well, that's the weekend. Weekend? No. Tomorrow. What am I on? Tomorrow's a Wednesday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday.
It is
like, jeez.
Wednesday, my dudes.
It's Wednesday.
Oh my God. Remember you guys said that I went dumb? Yeah. Fucking. I side-ducked myself. There we go. I was thinking Friday, and then.
Friday's the fun stuff.
Friday is fun day. Friday fun day.
Still don't know if we're gonna stream that though. No idea.
Dream us spamming Whole Minister Switch.
Yeah.
Well, we might straight bypass Holminster.
It might.
Depending on how much experience it all gets. Because I do want to knock out. It just depends. I just want to like follow the plan. We'll probably get to like 73, 74 before we have to start dungeon spamming.
Probably. They all got better with the expansion. Yes, they did, Jack. They were doing pretty well for a while still. Like Stormblood was doing pretty alright, yeah. Heaven's War was great too. But Shadowbringers really freaking nailed it out of the park. Like, holy frick. Another voice actor. I wasn't clear about it. Ooh, interesting. And Brennan, and just like that, I joined another static parades. FML. Your skills are too valuable. I see Fortunal being a low-grade antagonist till we or Xenos destroys their little Evangelion bunker city plan and is forced to help us. You might be onto something. That could be a very likely thing to happen. Maybe. I don't like the dude. Still, I think VA used to do commercials, which kind of makes them funny in hindsight. Really? Light Trainer, thank you again. Kidro Kitty is the week of Endwalker. Heck yeah. Heather Williams, hey look, I just wanted to pop in before work and say that I really admire and appreciate all the effort you put in to edit all those videos. There's so much joy throughout your adventure. Oh, thank you so much, Heather Williams. And I hope you have a good day at work. Hope it treats you well, and thank you very much. I really appreciate you stopping by. For Ziloff, unfortunately, is definitely going to be an antagonist of some kind, but beyond that, all we can do is wait. Agreed. Annabelle Izare, final day before maintenance for Endwalker. Yeah. And incoherent screaming. I can relate.
Squeezle, we're not going to be speed running the MSQ. Because we're picking up Sage and Reapers as our mains. We need to level from 70 to 80 to start the Endwalker MSQ.
Yes,
that's the
why
part that we're trying to rip through as fast as possible.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to speed through. We're not gonna speed through the MSQ. MSQ is gonna be taking our time through because I love story and I would like to embrace the story. So MSQ is not gonna be rushed. We're gonna be taking our time with it.
It's gonna be read. It's gonna be voice acted either by us or by the cutscenes themselves. We have a literal rabbit. And then we also have a squirrel, which is Lucron. So we're probably going to end up looking around some side stuff. We'll probably have a few moments where we end up ranting about something for maybe half an hour on accident. So there's going to be plenty of us taking our time with the MSQ. It's not going to be like rich levels of stalling because we're actually going to be having conversations. But yeah, don't expect us to be getting through the MSQ day one.
Yeah, well, we're definitely gonna be taking our time. Don't know. I think he'll be the guy in now in most the expansion, probably. Bolja is great for experience. Yeah, we might go with that, but man, will it be crowded? Yeah, that's true. Hopefully, we'll be able to get into every CE if we do.
Ron is a furry.
Wait, what? Wait, what? I never. What? Stop it. Moving along.
Got outed.
No, I'm not! Shut up! Shut up! Okay. My static will continue up in week 1. Really? I'm gonna get my last ults tied up before I can focus on Savage. Ooh, even with the changes, that's interesting. Okay. That'll be quite a thing to go through. I wish you much luck on that. Oh yeah, there was a commercial with Emmett's VA set to Final Fantasy 14 animation. Really? Huh. Oh, so that's why Emmett sounds so familiar. Really? Huh. I want to check this out. I'm Bolja farming my Reaper to 80. We're gonna be probably doing that after we get our whole prep phase done. So that way we get a big boost all the way to 73 or 4 instantly, and then.
Oh, we've got Ko. Said he would volunteer.
We could do that.
Targeted dungeon runs.
Yeah, we'll see what we're gonna be making our way. Well, we're gonna be getting to 80, either way. But yeah, you want to experience it once, and it's been a long time coming. But best to enjoy it as much as possible. Completely agree. To be honest, you shouldn't start the MSQ until the second day of EA games. I know what you mean. Understandable. Yeah, if you mean for people stream content and whatnot, but. No, I'm not going to be streaming for views. It's mostly just for having you folks along and whatnot. I was super interested to watch you prepare, though. Would you make a guide on how to prepare for patches like that for future references? Well, I didn't do that. It was mostly Vile, and if he ever decides to finally get around to doing YouTube content,
Hey.
Yo,
listen.
What's up? I'm listening.
Well, I was recording our Uwu prog. I will be recording our Endwalker playthrough, right? I have stuff there. I'm working on it, right? The VTuber stuff is just, it's taking a lot longer to get that 3D stuff done, all right?
Understandable.
I'm trying. But yes, I have an unfortunately natural habit of making guides and things like that, even though I hate coming off as the guide maker, there's some names that get thrown at you
Tetris
when
part?
you
Freaking married! I see you! Sorry, I'm
get
seeing what you're
called some
saying.
unsavory names when you make guides. People call you a know-it-all, a snob, etc., etc. And I used to do a lot of guide stuff on YouTube for other games, and I stepped back from it because of it. So I would like to just be more fun-oriented and stuff, but I could end up making some guides and prep stuff in the future. Who knows?
Yeah. He's a smart cookie. Thingy there will be a FC action, which gives infinite sprint in city. What? Oh, yeah, there was that. I forgot about that. There's no shame.
And also,
okay.
take Thancred for a date.
What? I'll probably power level.
Everyone.
Oh yeah, because you get
and the twins to McDonald's.
Well, my displacement through Twisters is still. Oh gosh. I'm sorry where you get to see Endwalker together. Any theories? It kind of we take out that. Lots of death may happen, which I hope doesn't happen.
Death is inevitable.
I don't want it. I cannot engagement. Oh gosh. Let's see. Actually, look on how far did you get in Uber Prague? We just only got to the nail. No, it was a little bit past the nails in Ifrit. Is when he did the dashes afterward.
It was like
did Awakened Ifrit and hitting nails, and that was.
It was like right at dashes.
Yeah, right at dashes.
We only managed what 6 nights of Prague before everyone just kind of like AFK'd forever.
Yeah. I'm gonna be streaming my playthrough of the MSQs just so I can have an online backup of my progress and reactions, as I've never done that before. Yeah, that's kind of the idea with this with the stream thing, because I'll eventually get through the playthrough thing eventually for the post patch of Shadowbringers. Don't know when. But
yeah.
OBS Studio reconnection successful. I'm so confused. Okay. I found the animation. Should I link it in chat? There
was a skip on stream, so yeah, it automatically appended it to where it cut off.
Huh. I don't know about that, SCJ, about linking the animation thing, but generally links are sketch as all heck. How about you two? The link to the ad with Emmett Selk's voice actor animation.
God, dude, you need a Discord.
Yeah, I do. I need a Discord. I gotta figure out how to do that. Some point.
He's not in game either, or else I'd say just DM it to me in game. I'll allow it once. You can go ahead and post it, and then I'll check it.
All right.
But normally we try to avoid links because don't click links.
Yes.
Selk here with the flex tape.
Squeezle, yeah, people tell me I know everything better and am a know-it-all. I always respond, well, yeah, someone has to be smart, eh? No shame in spreading your knowledge. I guess that was directed towards you, Vile.
Yeah.
Me too. I'm scared of character. Yeah, they're probably gonna scare us with these probably. They gotta stop freaking pulling that card so many times to fake out deaths. Like seriously, they did that a lot.
Why do you think I call Y'shtola anti-flow? Like I'm gonna pop off to the supermarket. I'll be back in 5. Flow, gone.
Just gone, forever. Lucron legend soon. You calling me maybe a legend soon? Or you a legend soon? If so, congrats. I hope you get a legend. And me, I don't think I'm going to get a legend. But I would like to. I would like to darn well try to get that. Well, the only... let's see. Brennan and Ha were the only last 2 hardest things. You got our jails as suppression then. You're all set. Oh, sweet. It's probably not going to happen soon, dang it. Because we're going to be doing Endwalker. Yes, I do need a Discord. I didn't know if that was my computer or not. Yeah, that was my computer, sorry. It took my group 8 days to clear. I'm super excited to watch your progress. Remember to stay calm, relax, and ultimately, and it's going to be easy to pass as a friction. Yeah, I wish we had that many attempts, but that would be awesome if we could. It's fun. I was a scholar healer. Yeah, I actually healed through Uwu. That's as far as we did. So, yeah, it's fun. Healing's fun. I think 5-14 players are way more into guides and research than average. Really? Huh. I don't think I can do guides personally. I don't feel like I do a very good job at conveying knowledge. I'm bad at communicating some things.
Is it because we're technically in an instance?
Get out of here. Anyway, no. I'm scared of Endwalker because this is going to be the first expansion I'm going to be around for at the start. Likewise! Lucron, you will be a legend. 100%. I know you will. Never give up. Never give up. I appreciate it, Squeezel. We'll get there. Eventually. Ziloff. Oh, early access in the opening week of new expect is amazing. You'll love it. I don't really participate in these often, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna love sitting through 3,000 people of queue. Awesome. Kevin N. Do you prefer doing story dungeons with the trust system or with players? My FC are split on this opinion. Sure, if someone asked this before. Actually, I like doing it with trust because you get to see the inside of some NPCs. Is it a lot? No, it is not a lot, but I like the idea of going in there with the trust system. And I also like how this trust system exists because in WoW, the stuff that you do in those dungeons and raids like far surpasses anything that your faction leaders have ever done. Yet they get all the credit for it, and they're seen as like super powerful people that they do it. But what you end up accomplishing in the game is more impressive than what those famed lore characters are. In here, I like how this trust system works because it puts you on a similar level with your scions. Granted, they're probably a little bit dumber due to AI stuff, but the fact that they're fighting there with you on an even battlefield really sells just how strong they actually are themselves compared with you. So for a lore reason, I really like trust being there because it's like, wow, they're actually really strong in a fight as well. So it is neat how it's implemented. So I do personally like trust, even with what little dialogue you get. I do appreciate being able to do it with trust, and I believe Boom and Vile and I have come to an agreement that we'll just trust our way through the dungeons that we come across in Endwalker.
Yeah, well, like kind of like that's kind of, yeah. That's pretty much it. It's only going to be slightly weird for chat because they'll, I guess we'll like mute ourselves. Boom.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah, we would like mute ourselves during the dungeon.
Or we could get a tank that's not doing anything like Ko or Bren or Dwabbit.
But I think the reason he wants to do it is because of NPC interaction.
Yes.
You're right, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go on mute, like, I don't know, partway into first pull, I guess. So that way there's a bit of us being able to like look at the dungeon, get a vibe, right? We can all kind of like react to it together, and then we all go on mute or whatever, finish the dungeon, then we pop out, we can talk about like how the dungeon went or whatever, and like what we saw and what was cool or whatever.
We could still like be in voice chat as we're making our way through, and we can just like commentate on things, and we can just say, oh, I'm not quite, like, we can ask each other like where we're at, like, where are you at right now? Oh, I'm just doing the second pull. Oh, I'm doing the third pull, or like third trash, or fourth trash pack.
Where are you at? Killing God on the moon.
Yeah. 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 So we
be
could,
done
we
in
can
house
still
15. Maybe at the 8th, right?
Yeah, so we can still be in voice chat for that. Yeah, so I don't see a problem for that being there.
Correct. No. They changed trust to where the trust will not do anything until you make a move to do the mechanic.
Oh.
So you essentially have to do the mechanic, and then the trust will then perform the mechanic. So no more cheesing it.
Interesting.
In order to be able to get through the fight with the trust just telling you where you need to be before it even happens.
Well, I'm actually looking forward to that. That's kind of neat. Okay, so my group is also on Uwu. Hope you have today your next training day. You can do it. Look, I don't think we're gonna have a training day, but I appreciate the gusto because I'm gonna edit so much. I got an door. I'm gonna log out at my house tomorrow night and finish FFXIV. So I haven't played it in 6 months. Ooh, FFXIV. That's one I wish I could go back and play because I currently don't have. Oh yeah, I can. I could just get on Steam. But there's so many other things. So many other things I gotta do first. Oh gosh. I know I'm about to teach myself, but I don't think you should worry about jerks. There must have been something about the. I forgot what I was responding to. Zilla, since that was a thing, people don't joke about players through the bridge gate to explore the latter half of the branches early. Interesting. Huh. Nick out trusts. Yeah, I follow the character's personality. Yes! I did notice that. That's a really neat touch. Just as well, I got all mine to 80. I don't know if they're going to be actually carrying over from Shadowbringers. I think it's going to be like reset to its own specific thing in Endwalker. But you have a point with that. But it's a little too late for me to try to grind them up to 80 now.
Denmo make a new video? He was in chat earlier.
Frick!
Yeah, he did. 8 hours ago.
Dang it!
The anime opening, it was made like, I think a week ago, but he just released it to the public.
I want to see it! I'll
like
see it after
40
stream.
seconds.
I'll see it after stream. Because, holy frick. I always be game to run content. Oh, that'd be great, Brendan Laha. I don't know if the was count towards our challenge log thing. But dang it. Mindy Horn. Oh, Lucron, were you still planning on make a compilation of all the opening and ending shorts you made for the Shadowbringers series? Maybe not the ending shorts, but the opening ones definitely. I actually have the file and it's like halfway done technically, but I kind of want to stop that and try to prioritize like a thoughts on Shadowbringers if I can before Endwalker drops, which is not a lot of time. But that intro compilation is in the works and could be nearing completion. It's not gonna have all the endings because it wouldn't be super consistent since I don't have an ending little spiel for every Shadowbringers video. But maybe I could fit something in there. I don't know. Currently it's just sticking with the intros for now.
Just remember, you gotta spend time setting up this Discord picture thing.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna be spending all day doing art for it.
There's a lot of stuff I gotta be doing for the next this week. Lots of things. Now I'm gonna stream Endwalker and hope I run into people I can discuss with. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Stuff like that would be neat. Jack or Shadowbringers recap story. Yeah, that's essentially what I was mentioning earlier. Nathai Laboratories. Charlian, what are you planning to do on the moon anyway? Warlord, kill God. Oh yeah, I'm just now getting to that part. Don't ever start with editing. I'm always overwhelmed with editing. Dang it. I feel like I just really freaking suck at editing because of how freaking slow I am! So Basil, I wonder if they will do metaphorical stuff with the moon. Like the moon only glows through the sun shining on it, but without the moon there is no shine on the earth. Balance it. Maybe. They might do that stuff. They've proven that they thought deeply into stuff like that before. I don't see why they wouldn't do it again. Replaying Stardew Valley. Ooh, nice. Andri Zeto. Anything that makes players learn the mechanics is good. Heck yeah. Essentially, listening to this music is making me want to play 8 again. I have not played 8 a single time, but it is good stuff. Balam Garden's a good piece of music. Killjoy Kitty. Speaking of edits, did you see Demo's new video? Oh, yeah, they were. We were just mentioning that. All right. Time is fleeting. I need more time. Yeah, time is very fleeting. No, my 80. Yeah, actually, I'll just release their version of the breakdown of the anime. Huh. So I'm curious what this anime opening thing is. I might have seen a glimpse of it on a Lulu highlight, and if it's what I'm thinking about, I need to study the frickin' daylight out of this thing because I want to learn how they did all this stuff. Because my current repertoire in editing skill is nowhere near it. If it's what I think it is, and I would love to know how they did it. Like I want to know those techniques so I can incorporate maybe some stuff of my own. Jack, barely any time to play, and I'm one of those who took time off for Endwalker. Ah, gosh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jack. Gosh.
That is an interesting proposition. Somebody asked if we're gonna do like a podcast kind of thing during maintenance.
How would we do that?
I thought Lucron was planning to wake up roughly an hour before launch so we can be rested.
Yeah, I was planning on doing that.
Oh, it's gonna be a 24-hour maintenance. We didn't have plans to do that. Like, Lucron's gonna be editing. I'm gonna be doing art and stuff for. Like, this is not a guarantee nor a promise, so don't hold us accountable to this, right? But, the PNG tuber, if you guys are familiar with that, where people have images and they link it to their Discord so that when people talk, a new image gets loaded and then deloaded when they stop talking. I'm trying to get all of the art in place for us to be able to do that for the stream. I was not really told until pretty much earlier today that they definitely wanted this to be a thing, so now I frantically have to make this artwork. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Boom is probably going to be doing secretive things that the shadow moderator does in the dark of night.
It's finals.
Yeah, he's
I'm doing finals.
Good luck on those, by the way.
Thanks, I need it.
So yeah, we're definitely going to be busy. I don't really know if there's going to be time for us to do like a podcast or something during maintenance.
Yeah, sorry for throwing that last minute. And yes, I know I'm notoriously bad at communicating. If there's anything that's consistent in my life, is that I'm bad in communicating.
Mate, you didn't even look at the prep plan in depth enough to be like, hey, do you want to make these changes until last night?
Well, I didn't come up with these additions until, well, admittedly earlier than last night, but you know. Apologies again.
Hello, Kata.
Opening and ending shorts are God tier, and I'm happy to. Oh, thank you so much. But also, to get some safe trains. Thank you, Mindy. Thank you so much. Hopefully, I'll be able to deliver more videos because holy frick, it's been a month since my last video. Yeah, they have to colorize. Oh, gotcha. Any theories of speculation for Endwalker? Lots of death. Lots of death potentially, and I don't know. Anything can happen in Endwalker. Don't feel so bad. I'm learning as well. Final Cut Pro and Motion of a Pro match for free through work, and I'm learning how to do animation edits. Oh, that's freaking awesome, Gimme Tokyo. It's freaking awesome. I'm gonna see if I can invest into hit film personally. But I haven't even done enough as so much even to say I've started. Wow, that was a freaking mess of a sentence. But I haven't learned hardly anything enough in hit film to do what I want to do. But I'm aware that it has way more tools at its disposal than what I currently use, which is Vegas Pro 14, specifically Vegas, like the 14th version. And I could just be doing something terribly wrong, but it feels really, really limited compared to what like Pint and Captain Grimm do, for instance. And
I want to see those, Bren.
Joe Cat is also phenomenal, but he also incorporates his fantastical 2D skill into it. So there's that, and then you have.
I really do like Joe's use of. It almost looks like a fusion between like a chalk and a colored pencil to do his line work and stuff.
Yeah,
like it looks so good.
Yeah, it does. It's a really neat style. But yeah, I would love to like expand my editing repertoire and just expand and learn more. I always want to learn more. Ugh, feel sorry for the artists. Sorry, Vile. They were mentioning about that thing earlier.
Yeah.
Learn how to do the Discord stuff so my streams look better. I don't know how to. Oh yeah. That's yeah. Likewise. Hello, Kata. Ziloff, I'm trying to draw my FC members by the 2nd as an early oh, 50, 3 is 6 done, so I feel that art schedule pain. Oh gosh, good luck with that. Oh jeez. And that echoes to you, Vile. Good luck. Give me Tokyo, I need a new mic though. I've been feeling that kind of the same way because I feel like my oh no, stop it! Sorry, you're not gonna see until you see what's going on stream. But the
log out thing.
Yeah, humans are about to clear. Ooh, I want to draw something for them, but they might get
Hi,
to clear
Billbug.
tonight. Oh, gosh. Hi. Oh, good night, Billbug. Good night. Hey, dude, about to go back and just want to say good luck and Godspeed to you and all your friends and what you see you doing.
Yep.
And Jingles got, hey, yeah, thank you very much. And have a good night, Billbug. And you too.
Bren, if you want to, you can send me a link in game, or I can DM you my Discord. Just let me know either way.
Ooh. Ooh. Has anyone ever paid for a chibi draw? Oh, that's pretty cool.
You're,
Yes, I
you're
know.
Luke. Me and this Ara are having a contest of greeting.
What?
Ooh, first attempts at stinger animations.
You're fanning the flame.
Of what?
The campfire.
Oh. Oh.
What did you think we were talking about?
I thought you meant like I was fanning some type of like argument. I was like, what's going on? I don't see anything.
No. This isn't Hilda. This. This isn't people telling you to do the Hildebrand stuff or doing Heroes Gauntlet. Where was the Easter egg thing?
Heroes Gauntlet.
Yeah, it was a Heroes Gauntlet. They're like, all right, gotta do this. Dude, I was getting so triggered over that. I was like, stop! You missed it. It's not there. Go away. Stop it. Stop it, chat. They were so excited for it. I'm just like, please stop.
Yeah, I was a little flustered. I was like, what do I do? Yeah, I told you can see my first attempts at doing stinger animation. Ooh, on all the Yellow Run video I had to upload recently. Oh, shoot. So yeah, I'll see if I can check some of those out. After the stream and after I get some freaking water.
Alright, Kada. Bye-bye.
Oh, alright. Take care, Kada. You'll go way faster. Gotcha.
Wait a minute.
What? What?
I needed to send someone a DM.
Gotcha.
And then I also sent Ren a friend's request. Okay.
Talking about editing and drawing, I need to get back to my L2D modeling. Ooh! Oh, Live 2D. That's the, yeah. Right? I think.
Yeah,
I think.
Cubism Live 2D. It's
Yeah.
like 2D VTuber art. It's what I used to make my first avatar that
Yeah.
I still may end up getting shafted into using, even though it doesn't really respond that well. If I don't get my 3D stuff done soon, it's definitely not going to be in time for me to be progging MSQ with, unless like I bang it out during the weekend. But it would be really scuffed if I did it that way.
Yeah. Let's see if I could. Little clips of Hildebrand outside of the spoiler section. I've been spoiled so much already. I've seen a few bits of Hildy here and there, and that's also kind of how I learned about ShB webs. And I was like, what the frick? This guy got good voices. So I might have gotten a small bit here and there. Not a whole lot spoiled, but I have seen some bits here and there. I to see the vibe of Hildebrand. Well, then again, I already did the intro quest to Hildebrand, so I already know the vibe. But
All right, I'm going off your art here, Bren. Right, but this is the Girabanian plate hairstyle, brown with orange highlights on a female Makote with the double horns, the 2B outfit on. Am I correct? Also, can I send this to Lucron and Boom? Because this is actually pretty good.
That was me. I still hold my ground that he only spawns when you go to the gate first.
Hey, I know my glamour. I'm gonna post this in the group call. That's the style of art that Bren has ordered for him and his FC.
Huh.
It's very kawaii.
It is very kawaii. Shoot.
Quite.
Quite
The
kawaii.
legs remind me of Powerpuff Girls.
It does.
Yeah, it does, but it's cool though.
Yeah, back into CSP. Yeah, have a good time at Endwalker, everyone. Enjoy it at your own place and have fun. Hey, take care, Zerlif. Thanks for coming along and talking with about and chatting. Yeah. Damage again heals fun for water. Dang
Is it 909? Huh?
Dang it! Oh my god, it's hand sanitizer. Drink it.
That typed this wrong. Hold on. No. Try this. No.
Every night shy with Bromance Dog during the Omega Quest line. Bro, I'm curious. Power just finished Alex's part. Ah! I want to see that. Sorry, spontaneous yelling. Gosh, I feel like it would do well if I had a VTuber stuff too. It's just I need to learn that skill, but I have so many other things I got to do first. But yeah, I'm very animated. I am very animated.
I've resigned myself to. I'm just going to slowly implement that stuff into my content as I get it done. Like I wanted to get it done before Endwalker, but that didn't happen.
Yeah. It's like fan collecting man said those two are oh my gosh. Oh, Sid and Nero, gotcha.
Oh god, what about Sid and Nero? Is this more of the boyfriendness going on?
Don't worry about it. Robo Candy, sorry I'm late. Oh, wanted to visit while I can before I get going to. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Robo Candy. I appreciate your presence. I want to see your live reaction more than the VTuber, but that's just me. Well, I'm a little overly self-conscious about my live, like, face and whatnot. And, yeah. If you think I'm self-conscious about my voice, oh my gosh, my physical appearance, no. Doing that. No. I'm so confused by this freaking picture of LinkedIn. I need to make a Discord.
What?
I need to make a Discord.
Start here, yes, warrior.
Oh my.
Oh. I think I can show the folks this one.
Do you want to do damage? Do you want to take damage? Both. Yes. Gunbreaker. Sorry, Dragoon. Oh no.
Let's see.
Oh no, not the Bard. The Bard's mean. Do you want to be a healer? Do you want to do damage? Both. Do you like being a turret? No. Do people like
the
you?
folks can't
no.
see it.
Bard.
And Scholar Lucron's job.
Hold on, I need to figure out how I get this thing going. Where was it?
Scholar's good, yeah. Oh my god. This is great.
I wonder, can you see this? Yes, you can. This is what they're showing me. Yep, there's the warrior. Start here, yes. Warrior.
Puts it up.
Do you want to take damage? Are you a Chad or Sad? Sad Dark Knight. Chad Paladin. Which class should I play? Yeah, it's Endwalker edition. Do you want to do damage? Or do you want to take damage? Both. Yes, Gunbreaker. Sorry, Dragoon.
Okay, wait, hold on. I gotta follow the Reaper chain now. Do you want to do
Reaper chain.
damage? Otaku? I don't know. Do rotations scare you? No. How edgy are you? Yes, Reaper.
Yep. Just intense. Do rotations scare you? A what? Explosion! A what? I hate myself. A monk. Jeez. Okay.
Monk is accurate.
Why am I
though.
here? Red mage? Do you want to be a healer? Yes. No, you don't. Yeah. But also pew pew. Sage. Heck yeah. I love pew pew.
Okay.
Warrior is the best one.
Yeah, just start here. Yes. Warrior. Just, yeah.
It's technically not wrong. They deal damage, they heal, they tank, they CC, they do everything at some degree. So it doesn't really matter. Everyone can fit a warrior if you're willing to say yes.
This is great. This is fun. All right. Huh. Oh, can't start here. Blue mage. Well,
Oh, poor blue mage.
astrologians killing it. Wait, what? Do you want to be her Sagittarius Sun, Virgo Moon, Aquarius? Oh, just go through all the first.
I think the greatest one is: do people like you? No. Bard.
Where?
Yes. Dancer. The bottom right corner.
Oh.
It's literally the only difference.
Ah, brutal. Yes, just the way I like it. It's sweet. Ah. Are you going to be trying Savage when it comes out next year? I would like to try that. Yes, I want to finally participate in that. Ah. Ah, my
No,
jaw's
we
hurt.
are on Discord. He doesn't have a personal use server. I do,
Yeah,
but I'm not allowing him to hijack that for his.
Yeah, that's for his stuff. That's for his stuff. Like, he put a decent amount of work into his. I need to put a decent amount of work into mine. Like, he's done the research to do his. So if I'm gonna make one that's similar caliber, I should know the skills.
I did not do research. I just made it look like I knew what I was doing. I have no. I have some experience leading one Discord server, but I didn't do anything fancy for it. I just made it look like I knew what I was doing with this one.
Gotcha. My jaw's starting to hurt. Ah.
I have ham in the fridge. Oh yeah, okay. Community poll. Can I create this? No, of course I can't.
What do you
wait,
need a community poll?
I wanted to community poll the chat to find out what's better for Thanksgiving dinner, turkey or ham.
Why?
Because
Why?
I'm team ham. I'm
Why?
team ham.
Why would you start a civil war?
Why?
Why would you do this?
Why? I'm gonna bounce for now. Y'all have a delightful night. Hey, thanks you too, Mini Horn. Have a nice night. And thanks for sticking around. And for coming around. Yeah.
MT Dragon's Lair. Meatloaf.
Meatloaf. Nice. Why not both? That's a good point. Why not both? Chicken on both, Cap.
We're in a theoretical universe where all of the non-believers and their subsequent choosing shall be sacrificed and removed from existence. Turducken. Really? Turducken? You're gonna go there? Why?
How about KFC? Heck yeah! I love some Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, finger like I'm good. It's good meat. Prime ribs. Oh, freaking awesome choice. Love prime ribs.
Oh, you can eat turkey if you're Jewish? It's kosher? I hope that's the right word. I think it's the right word. Kosher?
What?
Has to be kosher approved, right? For Leobo said turkey by default because Jewish. I'm assuming that they can eat turkey. If I remember right, they can't eat ham. They can't eat pig, right? It's like pig. There's like 3 very specific animals, I think it was. I'll let them tell me, because they probably know more than I do. Yeah, turkey is kosher, yes. I did not know that. That's cool.
Yeah, why? You're getting everyone hungry, dang it.
I'm hungry. I haven't eaten all day.
Me neither, man! I haven't eaten in a while!
I ate while you were talking.
You cheat.
Cheeky.
Okay, we have to pass the mic to Boom. He's now the MC of this event. Time for food.
Yeah, this stream has gone along a lot longer than I thought it would.
In EU this time of year, cheese. He has a social obligation to attend to in the daytime that he has to perform. I know it's time sensitive, so he can't like delay it. It shall
Delay what?
remain vague on purpose
Delay
for
what?
eternity.
Your break that you have to take.
Yeah, because you have to take your break to go do your social obligated task.
Yes, I do. But that task is complete.
Yes. There was Tokyo's asking if we didn't eat during the break, what did we do? I was drawing, trying to get artwork done.
Well, the hour-long break was my eating time. Well, I did eat a small bit. Okay, I might have exaggerated a little bit.
You
saying
liar.
I'm
alone in this fast.
It was
I'm starving myself for your content.
Like, I had like a small little circular thing. Like, it was probably, I don't even know how much of food that would be. It's a very small amount. Probably like 5 saltine crackers worth of food. But yeah, I was mostly just trying to get things done and whatnot.
Oh no, and she's eating the rice ball. Why?
Those are good. They're delicious jelly donuts.
I actually had jelly donuts recently.
Nice. Let's stop talking about food. Okay.
I think that's probably the cue for stream
Honestly,
to be over. I am genuinely hungry and I have a headache.
Okay.
So I probably should eat.
You always have a headache.
Let's go ahead and
because
just.
you're always here.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up then, because we have been going on a substantially long amount of time. So, with all that said, that's gonna be the last stream for Shadowbringers. Wow, just chillaxing at a campfire. Well, shoot.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk Tuesday.
TED Talk Tuesday. Yeah, thank you everyone for coming around and coming along. And I appreciate you for sticking around for just normal little chat.
Hopefully my few choice vocabulary words did not offend too many virgin Christian ears.
And offended mine. But that's all that matters. If you,
Well, you can blow me. I swear in front of you all the time.
No, I will not. By the way, no. Let's see. Stop! If you still want the internet, I'll still be on for a long time. See you when we end walking. Heck yeah. Again, not sure if I'll stream us going through that or not. Still up in the air.
When's the next podcast? The next podcast we stream
Not sure.
will probably be just launch day when we're picking up our new jobs and power grinding. Do you want to tell them about the weirdness during the weekend? How we're gonna like essentially get to level 80 day 1 and then you're just not gonna play the game at all for 2 days?
Yeah, since I don't really like streaming on weekends, if we do get things done, like on day 1, we'll just have a couple of days of not doing a whole lot, and we'll just probably be doing miscellaneous stuff. I'll try to do editing things, but around on Monday is when I would estimate attacking the MSQ, which I believe is also the same day Endwalker officially releases. So, yeah, I guess there isn't that much of a huge rush to speed level then, now I think about that.
Well, there's not a huge rush to speed level for you. Once we get 80, or close to, I'm going to be going and doing a Palace of the Dead run during the weekend. It is going to take immense amounts of self-control to not do anything this weekend, though. Like, you have no idea. But it is what it is.
I don't have any idea. Like, I guess I've just practiced not doing anything for so long. That's second nature for me now. I'm the king at not doing anything.
In extremes, then.
What?
Yeah. Well, might be like a day or two behind you, Bren.
Probably, yeah.
Who's the wabbit? Yo.
How are you gonna have time to teach EXs when you're in 5 different statics?
So I'm sending friend requests to extra rabbits.
You've been watching at 1.5 play speed for the past 45 minutes, only just now catching. Holy frick! How long is this delay? Jeez.
They probably paused it or something. Had to like go out and back in or something.
Well, all right, yeah. I'm gonna stop derailing, and yeah. Thank you all very much for stopping by in the last little stream of Shadowbringers.
Are we streaming the leveling?
I'm still.
We can use the chat to get tanks for our queue.
Oh my gosh, we've already
maybe
settled this.
Maybe Co's busy. You never know. We'll be counting on Co.
Well, we got Brennan to Abbott too.
Yeah,
we might stream it. Yeah, I'll see if I can go ahead and try to stream that then. Okay. But it probably won't be a normal stream where I have plenty of chat interaction because we'll be in it trying to get through it. So we'll just be like an open window so that you all can see what we're doing. But I'm going to have to humbly and very firmly request and maybe even demand you to not spoil anything if you made your own personal progress in the MSQ. Like, very demandingly so. Do not spoil anything if you have made progress in the MSQ. Other than that, yeah, you can feel free to watch us do our thing.
Because of said thing, there will probably also be, if I'm being completely honest, we're going to try to minimalize how much attention we pay to chat, especially around what seems to be high stakes story moments. But we are going to be trying to keep up with the curve, so to speak, as best we can. But yeah, we are counting on you guys to both not spoil, and if you see a spoiler in chat, you guys know how to do smiley faces. Just spam the crud out of those.
Dang, I knew
if we happen to see a wall of smiley faces, we know to just ignore chat for like the next little bit.
Yeah, that would be a great indicator. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. Alrighty. So with all that finally said, for like the 3rd or 4th time, thank you all very much for watching and or listening, and I hope you all have a wonderful life. And I'll see you all in the end. To the moon! Take care, folks.
Bye-bye. Say bye, Boone.
Adios.
See ya.